A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. I am Nanatufo Boateng. Thank you for choosing us this morning. It promises to be very, very insightful. We're going to pick some topical issues and then we break it down, bring perspectives and different submissions to it. You can also join us with your thoughts, your comments and submissions via the WhatsApp number on your screens. Send us a text and we'll do our best to read them live on the show. Alternatively, you have YouTube, you have Facebook, where we're streaming live, Channel 1 TV, and you can join us on X as well as on Instagram. Then we have some exclusive video content for you as well on TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us. We're running from now up till 11 a.m. I will break off somewhere around 9 a.m. and then Philip and Chris Carter will take over from me. They will be coming into your communities. They will be looking at some of the developmental issues in the community, and then we'll spotlight them and get duty bearers to answer to some of the calls that you will be making right from your communities. Once again, you're welcome. Now, let's remind you that the family consecration service happened last week, Friday, the 1st of May, Workers' Day, Labor Day, and what a glorious moment it was before our Lord and Maker. And we want to say thank you to everyone that came through for the family consecration service. We want to thank you to all patrons. We want to say thank you to all believers, those who came, those who couldn't come, those who prayed for us. We want to say thank you to all of you, and that we express our gratitude to you. We pray that you continue to join us for subsequent services. Don't forget that this is your day runs from 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day on 97.3, and that is where the family consecration service was birthed. And so we want to say thank you to everyone, including the pastoral team. The Bishop of the Airwaves himself, Reverend Stephen Wengam, Reverend Mauli Chikata, Reverend Michael Noagbewonu, Reverend Freddie McDavies, Reverend Nelson Awintia, Reverend Mauli Benson. We want to say thank you to all of them. Pastor Joe Sapong, all of them for putting together this wonderful service. And we pray and hope that the good Lord himself will cement the victory and the glory of the service with his testimonies that will be in the mouths of his people here on earth. So thank you to everyone for making the Family Consecration Service 2026 a success. You know what day today is, right? Today is a Thursday. Thursdays are for the blanksons. Thursdays are for the blanksons. Thursday is a family affair on Channel 1 TV. Thursday is like an emotional roller coaster on TV right here at Channel 1 TV, because we have an original, we have a production, a Channel 1 TV production called The Blanksons. It's a family drama series and it airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and we're going to the lives of Papa Blankson and his family. So 2 males, father and son, and 2 females, mother and daughter, and all the visitors that come into the house, and all the excitement, all the fun, all the suspense, and the comininis, you understand, that they bring to this wonderful series. So please join us every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. There's a new episode airing tonight, so you don't want to miss it. Join us at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 1 TV for the Blanksons. But if you miss it, we have repeat broadcast for you on Fridays at 11:30 a.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays at 3 p.m., and then Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. So it's quite clear that it airs on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. If you miss it, you get to catch it the next day, which is a Friday at 11:30 a.m. Then the following day, a Saturday at 7 p.m., the next Sunday at 4:30 p.m. The only day that is left out is Monday. And then we'll come back on Tuesday at 3 p.m. and on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. So join us on Channel 1 TV for The Blanksons. It's a family drama series, and it's as exciting and interesting as it gets. You don't want to miss a single episode. Book your calendars, make a date, and together let's enjoy The Blanksons. Now we're in the month of May, and yeah, even before I get into what's happening in the month of May, it's by the benevolence and kind courtesy of some organizations that we're able to bring you the blanksons. So this morning, let's say thank you to Nasco Electronics, thank you to Lizzie Shito, thank you to Out, Pure. I'm beginning to sound like some Kumasi pastor, but it's okay. Out multi-purpose insecticide spray and Everpack. So I want to say thank you to Nasco Electronics, thank you to Lizzie Shito, thank you to Out multi-purpose insecticide spray, and thank you to Everpack for sponsoring the blanksons. So just a quick reminder, tune in at 7:30 p.m. later tonight, Channel 1 Television, new episode, The Blanksons, showing on Channel 1 TV. Big shouts to all the production team, the crew, and everyone that contributed to this wonderful drama series. All right, then, let's get into what's happening this month of May. The month of May presents an opportunity for the family to unite, the family to bind, the family to grow. And at the peak of this is the celebration of that pillar in the form of a mother. And so we want to celebrate our mothers this Mother's Day. So we're asking that you partake in the An Episode with Mama promotion. Be part of this wonderful promotion and allow us to help you celebrate your mother this period. So we're asking you to send a message to 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. And this message should include what Mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices she made, and the action that left an impact on your life. So what Mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices that she made, and the action that left an impact on your life. Send it to 0539 986 996 via WhatsApp. Okay? Send us a WhatsApp message telling us what Mama chose to forgive, what sacrifices Mama made for you, and what action Mama took that has left an impact on your life. Send it to 0539 986 996, and please don't forget to include your name, your number, and your mama's details. Please add name, number, and mama's details, and the hashtag is An Episode with Mama. So An Episode with Mama promotion is powered by 97.3 City FM, sponsored by GTP Lifestyle, and supported by Tekura Designs, as well as Channel 1 TV. So we look forward to it. Send in your entries. We've received a number of them. We're still going through them, reading some on air and all of that. And we're asking that you also send in yours if you haven't done that yet. Send it now so we can go through real quick, real snappy, because the Mother's Day is just around the corner. We would like to wrap it off and then pick our winners so we can help them celebrate their mothers during this period where we get to honor our mothers. All right. So don't forget, send in your messages 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. An Episode with Mama, brought to you by 97.3 City FM, sponsored by GTP Lifestyle, supported by Tekura and Channel 1 TV. All right. I'll mention of Channel 1 TV, and I'd like to tell you what happens every Friday on Channel 1 TV at 3 p.m. You know, the World Cup is in June. It's just around the corner. And this time it's being played in 3 countries. But there's only one station that brings you all the details, and that is Channel 1 TV. So at 3 p.m. every Friday, we bring you World Cup Central. World Cup Central will look at the history as against the story via the journey. All right? So every shirt number, every name on the back of a shirt, every player that dons the jersey of a national team, every player that wears a boot and steps onto the pitch to play for their country. We bring you the statistics, the figures, the data, the history, and of course the performance at the World Cup from these various countries as well as players, so that you don't just watch the game, you actually understand the game. Your host is Gabby Ofair, and he has an array of distinguished guests who will be joining him on the show, and they will be going through all that I've spoken about. We can even domesticate the whole thing and look at the Black Stars. You know, we have some friendly coming up against Mexico. We understand the new coach, Don Carlos. You know Don Carlos? Don Carlos. Carlos Queiroz. He has announced his 23-man squad. So, yeah, shows like the World Cup Central will look into that squad. And, of course, we look at the merits in there. We look at the, if you like, the various players that have been called, where they've been called from, who's making a debut, who is a return player, and then, of course, what they bring to the national team, the Black Stars that we are all proud of. So World Cup Central is here, and it's a build-up to the 2026 World Cup happening in June in Mexico, Canada, and USA. Join us for World Cup Central every Friday at 3 p.m. While you're waiting for the Friday to come, you need to know what's happening in the news. You need to stay updated. And so we put all the sports news together with current affairs, politics, entertainment, lifestyle, business, economy, culture. All of that is on an app known as the Channel One News Online app, and it's hosted on the Google Play Store. So go there now, go and download the app, install it on your device, and know what is happening in the world of sports, in the world of business, in current affairs, in politics, in entertainment, lifestyle, wherever your interest is. Just know that the news is relevant, it is accurate, it is factual, it is timely, and it's only on the Channel One News Online app. So download it now and enjoy. Right? That said, let's get into the newspapers for today. This morning we don't have too many of them, just a few. So we're going to go through them, and then we'll go online. We'll bring you some stories from our various web portals as well. But I'm going to begin with the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic. Truth and accuracy every day. Front page has a picture of, if you like, my favorite woman at this moment. Her Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. And the story says, Ghana and two others pilot AfCFTA digital trade. Vice President says new corridor to eliminate delays and high cost of intra-African transactions. Ghana and two others pilot AfCFTA digital trade. Vice President says new corridor to eliminate delays and high cost of intra-African transactions. Other stories on the front page. Medical neglect. 7 to face disciplinary action over Charles Amisa's death. Medical neglect. 7 to face disciplinary action over Charles Amisa's death. And then you have Gomoa Central will be West Africa's trade hub within 10 years. And as the Member of Parliament for the area, Kwame Asare-Obeng, speaking there. The Mirror and Labadi Beach Hotel promise unforgettable Mother's Day celebration. It's on the top left-hand corner of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let's go to the back page. The back page says, President cut sword for SDA College Assembly Hall and hostel facilities. President cut sword for SDA College Assembly Hall and hostel facilities. Then you have 228 girls vaccinated against HPV in Lejokuku to mark African Vaccination Week. 228 girls are vaccinated against HPV in Lejokuku to mark African Vaccination Week. So that's the Daily Graphic newspaper for today. Daily Guide is next. Daily Guide. Ex-Buffer Stock CEO denied access to lawyers. Ex-Buffer Stock CEO denied access to lawyers. Tema murder. Police chase killer soldier with 100,000 cedis. Tema murder. Police chase killer soldier with 100,000 Ghana cedis. Kumasi celebrates birthday boy Otumfuo. Kumasi celebrates birthday boy Otumfuo. Afoko meets Baumia, Akufo-Addo, Kufuor, and others. Afoko meets Bawumia, Akufo-Addo, Kufuor, and others. Okay. Military officers in court. Military officers in court whip teachers in Takwa in Suaim. Huh. So, no be small beat, you know. Military officers whip teachers in Takwa in Suaim. So that's the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Let me take you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle has the Paul Afoko story, and this is how they have captured it. NPP chair race, Paul Afoko buckles down, meets Bawumia, Kufuor, and others. Okay. Roads Minister mad over slow pace of work on Techiman-Wenchi Road. The story, I don't know, I don't understand it. We've awarded so many contracts to one contractor, and we expect him to do magic overnight. And so all this that will go and then we'll go and be shouting in front of camera, and who awarded the contracts? When were they awarded? What were the timelines? What is the scope of work? What expectations did we have? If you award the contracts, the person is not doing the work, terminate it, repackage it, and give it to somebody else. You remember Terminator? We'll terminate it, we'll cancel it. But this is going to stand in front of camera shouting plenty. Who awarded the contracts? One contractor, he has about 30 contracts across the country. Why? Meanwhile, the other contractors, you people say they are wheelbarrow contractors. And you're giving all the contracts to one person. Now he's not showing working, and we are going about shouting. Oh. Anyways, inflation rises marginally to 3.4% in April. And then there's one that says, a people who do not cherish animal life will fail human life. A people who do not cherish animal life will fail human life. And then our scripture for today is from the book of Ephesians, the chapter number 5, the verse number 15. Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise. Are you? Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. And that's the scripture according to the Chronicle, taken from the book of Ephesians in the Bible. I'll jump to the back page real quick. It has the inflation story there. Inflation rises marginally to 3.4% in April. And then it has that of the vice president, Ghana to pilot Africa's first digital trade corridor. And that's according to Her Excellency, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. So that's the back page of the Chronicle newspaper. Let me bring you Daybreak. Daybreak newspaper says, Victory 2028, Afoko meets Bawumia, Akufo-Addo, Kufuor, and others. Police chopper deals, supplier credibility pops up as cops shun 50-year-old aircraft. Hey, Ghana. The helicopter to problem, 50-year-old aircraft. Police chopper deal, supplier credibility pops up as cops shun 50-year-old aircraft. Afenyo marking jabs Iyoko over former Buffer Stock CEO and wife arrest. A nation-building gesture, Dr. Forisapon invests in future leaders. So that's the Daybreak newspaper. Let's go online. Let's do some stories from our web portals. I'll start off with channel1newsonline.com. 19 supervisors and invigilators arrested for 2026 BECE malpractice. So in 3 days, 19 supervisors and invigilators have been arrested for 2026 BECE malpractice. Gideon Buakun accuses BOG of using accounting gimmicks to project solvency. Gideon Buakun accuses BOG of using accounting gimmicks to project solvency. And then on the opposing end, Adongo says government committed to recapitalizing Bank of Ghana. So both of them were on the point of view with Bernard Avle here on Channel 1 TV last night. And so as we go through, you notice a number of stories from that show. All right. Stop the harassment. Free Hanan now. NPP tells Iyoko. Stop the harassment. Free Hanan now. NPP tells Iyoko. Wager Children's Hospital to be operational in 3 weeks. That's according to the Health Ministry. They did have to take residents to demonstrate before. Oh, Charlie. Oral was just noise, lacked legal basis. That's according to John Darko. Health Committee to deliberate findings on Charles Emisa's death. That's according to Thomas Anaba. Charles Emisa's family sets up foundation to improve emergency response systems. And again, Charles Emisa's death, key recommendations by committee. So you go online, Charles, Channel 1 News Online. I was going to say Charles 1 News Online. channel1newsonline.com, and you get the details of the key recommendations made by the committee that investigated the unfortunate death or passing of Charles Emisa. Akando orders sanctions against medical staff over Charles Emisa's death. Charles Emisa died from medical neglect, not trauma. That's according to the committee. South MCE says, stop Domiabra demolitions, resolve dispute through dialogue. And Tema killings, police declare soldier wanted and offer 100,000 cedis reward. Details of these stories and several others on channel1newsonline.com. Let's make a stop on citynewsroom.com. citynewsroom.com. Ghana petitions AU over xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Ghana petitions AU over xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Ex-NAFCO boss case. We need good men in our justice system. That's according to Godfred Yeboah-Dame, former Attorney General and Minister for Justice. Ghana needs $22 billion to address climate challenges. That's according to Seydou Isifu, Minister of State in charge of climate change. Report won't bring him back, but we want action. That's Charles Emisa's family. We've stabilized the economy. Now it's time for growth. That's according to Adongo, Isaac Adongo. We are not gloating over BOG losses. We want stability. That's according to Gideon Buako. And as I mentioned earlier, both of them were on the point of view on Channel 1 TV with Bernard Avler. Charles Emisa, key findings from probe committee. So again, visit citynewsroom.com and you get the details of the findings and the recommendations by the probe committee. Why issue OMO above policy rate? Gideon Buako queries BOG strategy. NPP slams Iyoko over rearrest of ex-Buffer stock boss and wife. And then you have Charles Emisa's family says committee report painful but necessary. Committee report painful but necessary. So go online, citynewsroom.com as well as channel1newsonline.com. You get details of these stories and several others on there. Well, today happens to be the birthday of Simplicity Queen. And so we have the birthday shout out from Abel to Simplicity Queen. And he says, happy birthday. I pray that you succeed in life, reach every goal you have dreamt of. And he says, I truly, truly want to see you rise to the top. So from Abel to Simplicity Queen, happy, happy birthday. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the news review segment.
Wow.
That's not true, Uncle Atu. My dad loved school.
Oh, yeah.
He was always studying. In fact, he was called Emeritus Etiquette. His head was big for a reason. And Uncle Atu, he was basically like a walking encyclopedia.
Encyclo what? How can I keep wasting money on you like this? Huh? All the money I've wasted on your education, if I had saved it, I would have been a titled man in this country. You are blockheaded. You are not from me. And you, let me tell you, I have to. Don't feed him. Don't feed him. You just keep feeding him. Now his mind is marinated in chicken feed. Look at you. And if the tenth of what you had eaten, you had given to your sister, she would have been bigger than this. What do you take me for? Where do you think I get the money from? I pluck it from the trees or I pick me from some river? Am I a fisherman? Do I swim for money? What the heck is wrong with you? Tell me.
The Blanksons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, and Everpack on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Take the high road, which you should look forward and go in front straight in your future.
Meaning what?
And go straight and think about your future.
Okay. Take the high road. What does it mean?
This is very serious. Take the high road.
Yeah.
In terms of simply when you are going to visit someone, you can easily find, maybe the person lives at Insawam.
Really?
So you have to pick a car, now go to someone, right? So maybe the direction he will give tells you if you are coming, take the high road and branch by your left or your right.
Hey! Oh, I didn't know this. Like, trust me, I'm hearing this for the first time. Like, bro, that's wild.
Samuel Mensah sits with high-life musician Ben Bracco on Footprints this Friday as he talks about his educational journey and his journey into the musical scene.
Do you remember some of the students that you taught?
Oh, yes.
Later in life, did you?
Yes, I still interact with them.
Really?
Yeah.
So they see you and they know that, oh, that was a great teacher.
Yeah, sometimes I get surprised. I see people, I think that they are my age group. And they say, oh, you're my teacher. The major person I worked with passed away, John K. Yeah.
Wow.
John K was...
he was the man about town. He was a reference point at the time.
Yeah, he was very good at production.
It looks like one of those albums that every song was a hit.
That's what people used to tell me now. Why you put all your hits on one album? Who knows when it's going to be a hit?
Well, but it's been a hit and it still survives.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV. From Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is locking in for the greatest football spectacle on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But before the first whistle cuts through the noise, there's a deeper rhythm to the game. Every badge carries history, every player brings a story, every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right here on Channel 1 TV.
Your home of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930 and their best finish at the World Cup was third place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
Every Friday at 3 p.m. we serve a
Hello there, grateful for your time this morning. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. It's time for the news review segment. We get to have conversations around some topical issues. We bring guests in the studio, we put questions to them, and of course, they bring their insights to these matters. But you're welcome to join the conversation. Send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. Our WhatsApp number is on your screen. Send us a text. We'll do our best to read them live on the show. Alternatively, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can drop a comment there. We'll be on the lookout for that as well. We have some very interesting posts on X as well as on Instagram. Kindly follow us and engage with those posts. You can subscribe and follow us on TikTok as well for some exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV. My guest in studio this morning, now I have the Honorable Alhaji Fusaini Isa, former Member of Parliament of Kaikwe North, here with me. Honorable, good morning. It's good to
morning,
see you.
Nana. Good morning to you. Good morning to my co-panelists, and good morning to your viewers. I love the way you stress on the Alhaji. You know?
Yeah, Alhaji. It's very important.
It's heartwarming. I love it.
Richard Manurube is also here. He's a member of the government's communication team. Richard,
Nana,
it's been a long time.
Quite a long time. Yes.
But
we began together.
Indeed.
And we are still together.
Indeed.
That's the most important.
That's the most important.
Yes.
It's good to see you. And it's good to have you in our studios this morning.
Good to see you.
All right. We're going to start from the health sector this morning. The committee is set to investigate, or to probe the death of Charles A. Misa, a hit and run victim who subsequently also became a victim of the, in quote, no bed syndrome. That committee presented its report, its findings and recommendations to the health ministry yesterday. That presentation was public. It was live on Channel 1 TV, and a number of recommendations have been made in there. I'll begin with Alhaji Isa on this. Time and again, we've heard this issue of no bed syndrome. But this time we've seen some, deliberate action to get some results and to make some changes regarding this particular issue. The report put it outright that the gentleman unfortunately died out of medical neglect and not trauma. How worrying is this?
Nana, good morning again, and good morning to my fellow panelists and your viewers. When issues like this happen, it is heartbreaking.
Indeed.
My first reaction is how many such cases go unnoticed.
Indeed.
To the extent that they do not get national attention, like we're doing for the case of Charles Amisa. How many go on
unreported
daily basis? The statistics now indicate that about 8 people die daily from motor accidents and issues related to things like this. And annually we lose between 2,000 and 3,000 people. Just like the National Theatre filled to capacity, dying on our roads. And if you're lucky, you get some mention on platforms such as this. But I'm sure 9 out of 10 cases go unnoticed. And then it's just business as usual.
Yeah.
Even those that get noticed, we mention them and then we go back to our old ways. I think that as a system, as a nation, we need to be up and doing. And also, I think that as a people, there are things that we need to do. Thankfully, one of the greatest schools around, Presby Boys Secondary School, had an event last week. And this no bed syndrome was discussed by very experienced people, former CEOs of Kolebu, former ministers, emergency response doctor. We had the top people under that forum.
Baobab,
of course, conversations under the Baobab tree. And being another day in and out, I was there and I learned quite a bit about the whole situation.
You've been blessed with a 600 bed facility as well.
Oh, of course. Congratulations to Dr. Oforisapon. I think that he's been very generous to the school.
Indeed.
And I hope that this inspires other DS and other Ghanaians across the country. Given that a school population is 6,000, for him to provide a bed facility for 10% of them, it's significant. I think that it's very, very significant. I missed the event, but I've been watching it, and I must say, Charlie, we are very grateful to him, and this should inspire others to also take up. But back to the Mr. matter, the systemic failure, it's very obvious. The fact that at the point of the incident, the reaction, whoever transported him to 3 hospitals, the failure of the system to admit, and all of that. I mean, it's very difficult. I recollect at this said event that I referred to, one of the current students of the school asked the question, did the medical profession turn somebody away from a medical facility in such a condition? And it was profound.
Yeah, indeed.
It was profound, even to the very big experienced medical people. It was profound. How could you turn somebody away without stabilizing the person?
True.
And obviously, from what we are gleaning from the report, we are hearing that blood loss. I am sure that in other jurisdictions, maybe every other person on the street could have some knowledge about first aid or first response to be able to give some help initially. Much more to talk of going to our tertiary health institutions and all of that and still failing to get the required or requisite medical attention. It's really heartbreaking. I think that as a people, our conscience should also hurt. I mean, for a trained medical personnel, a nurse or a doctor, I've heard some names being mentioned this morning, turn somebody away, it's heartbreaking. And then also, one thing that also keeps coming up and hitting me in the face is that, look, this morning in this room, there are 9 of us. If somebody should collapse right now, I'm not too sure if any of us in this room has the requisite skills to be able to survive or revive the person.
Yeah.
It's also one thing that we should turn. And in most cases, when these things occur, the first respondents even probably make the matters even worse.
They can worsen the situation, true.
They make the matters worse.
True. I have a challenge with how people attend to accident scenes and even crime scenes and all that.
By the time you get to the health facility, the person in charge probably is looking at closing the shift. So we want to shift the responsibility to the next shift or to the next health facility, because I just can't comprehend how come these things happen. But you see, it's a whole systemic, and at this said forum, a lot of things were discussed. The clogging of our emergency systems, how we could, it's like a chain, right? They have people coming into the emergency section of the hospital and people going out. So as the people come in, if the emergency system is not efficient enough to be churning out people, then there will be a clog in the middle. And when there's a clog, that's where these things happen. So there are quite a number of things that were said at the forum by people who have run, people who have run UGMC, somebody in charge of these are people who run the systems.
Yeah.
And some of the recommendations that came out, look, if you go to Kolebu and the emergency places is filled up. You have the medical place, you have the surgical place, you have the urology, you have other departments. Yeah. Is it possible that there will be a system even internally to ensure that we are able to utilize this as and when we need to? To think that the ambulance service itself lacks data or communication as to where they could get prompt services for victims of such incidents is also quite worrying. To think that the ambulance service will pick a victim of a motor accident and start roaming from one end to the other. If a taxi driver does it, perhaps you could understand that there is no app or but this is 2026.
Indeed.
This is 2026. But for the ambulance service itself, they should know that at this material moment, there is availability or there's some space or there's a bed here. We need a system that talks to each other, lots of communication. And I mean, for what we have, it's true. There are challenges in the system.
Indeed.
You arrive at a medical facility. First, you have to, they have to give you some attention. It's going to bring some cost implications. There is an emergency fund, but as to its operationalization, it's also another thing. Is the health facility sure that when they attend to you with their resources, they are going to get a refund or some payment? Are they going to, even in that situation? I gather that the fund provides for 48-hour stabilization of the. But then why are people being turned away?
True.
Such that if you stabilize this victim, accident victim, whatever cost you incur within the 48 hours of stabilizing the victim, you are going to be refunded from the fund. I don't know about the operationalization of this fund. Perhaps this sad event is also an opportunity for us to look at some of these things, because from what I glean, this is something that we can have a hang on. It's true. There are some facilities coming up in addition to what we have in our public facilities. Perhaps if they had gone to some of these very, should I say, bourgeois health facilities, the Bank Hospital and Elijah Snake, perhaps the facilities are there, but obviously it is money in a hand.
Back na ground.
Back na ground. That's what it is. So the first place they have to is the public places. There are facilities who could have probably taken this incident up, but all because of the cost implications and all of that, the operationalization of the, it's a plethora of mistakes and all of that. But for me, one of the profound things is that a medical officer turning away a patient in a health facility and at these conditions without even bothering to stabilize the patient, I think it's something that it beats my imagination. Under no circumstances, I cannot really understand why that should happen. And I think that you see, when these things happen, sometimes you think that it's very far away. Dr. Emisa, at the said event, I refer to it, said his sister from Kipus was at the event. So we had somebody to give a personal experience.
And this is a medical doctor.
A medical doctor working in emergency. Working in emergency. You just don't know when this thing is going to happen to you. I think that both of his parents are medical doctors. Indeed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine both of his parents are medical doctors?
It's rather unfortunate.
A sister working in emergency. You just don't know who this is, whether you're a minister, whoever you are. This thing could happen to you in the most unforeseen places that nobody is going to recognize you. We, the people who run the system, we owe it to Ghanaians to ensure that we have a system that will take good care of Ghanaians, that we have pledged, that we have sworn to. And so I think that as sad as this event is, it should be an opportunity for us to revive our system. The other day, medical people promised to bring a paper, and I believe very much that from the discussions that we had last week, something very critical will be done about this thing to forestall the occurrences of such events going forward.
Very well. Richard, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation, and again, our condolences to the family of the late Charles Emisa. I know some action has been taken, but I want to put the question again. From where do we start? Because the committee's report cites inefficiencies on the part of the ambulance service, if like a lack of proper coordination regarding transfer, and if like handover systems and all that. Then, of course, the negligence on the part of personnel. So there's a system failure, there's a human failure. So from where do we start?
No, let me say good morning to you once again, and good morning to my brother Onawu, and good morning to the good people of Nkwanta South constituency in Oti region.
When people start greeting constituencies. When
When
people start greeting
you know
constituencies.
that thing now.
Whoever is MP there, watch your back. Whoever is MP there, watch your back. They have started greeting your constituents.
The future is pregnant.
The future is pregnant. I'm just giving a word.
Nana knows that this is not my first time. I've contested a constituency
Indeed.
before.
Oh, congratulations.
So, yeah, so it's not a new thing.
Congratulations.
It's not a secret.
You see,
Congratulations.
The mischief has fallen flat.
of course.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. MP for Kwanta South. Be careful.
I have been there before,
Ah.
but as I'm talking to you, there's no vacancy for any contest.
So are you telling me that you don't contest
Let the
again?
MP do it. I said there's no
Let the
vacancy.
Charlie, this business is so easy.
Allow the MP
There's
to
an
do his
MP
work.
duly so elected.
Yeah,
So allow him to do his work.
Okay, that's how we all said. That's how we all did. That's how we all said.
Anyway, so good morning to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. And let me use Nana. Let me use this opportunity to greet the appointees of government of today and thank them for the good work they are doing. Indeed, I have always said that. I know I have been to communities, I've been to constituencies, I've been to regions to campaign. And I know President Mahama will deliver on his promises. But let me be honest. Little do I know that these appointees will do this massive job at this time of the time.
They're doing some
massive job. And then I want to commend them for the good work they are doing.
The President Secretary says they should focus.
No, of course. That's where I am coming to. What they are doing, in fact, is so Ghanaians are very happy of the way the governance is going.
Really?
Fact, including you.
How are you gauging this?
Oh, facts. Oh, I say including you. If you want to talk about it, I will take the whole time. So let me just.
No, but I just want to know how you are gauging this.
Well, I mean, I'm gauging how the economy is running today. I do business, you know. I ran a company, you know. You know how I used to struggle with my dollar with CD. You know it yourself.
Yeah.
You know it yourself. We've discussed that already. So for that alone, I have seen National Youth Employment, the National Youth Employment Agency, where I used to work before. Rather than for Mills, to Mahama 1, to John Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, to Mahama 2, I have never seen National Youth Employment Agency recruiting 86,000 beneficiaries. 86,000 beneficiaries at one and paid them. In fact, this is historic. I've seen the disbursements of Ejumaura about some youth and their plans. I have seen the 24-hour economy pick up. And I've always said that the moment the 24-hour economy automatically pick up in all agencies, I believe that unemployment will be eradicated in this country. If not 100%, there will be a massive employment that the youth will enjoy.
Very well.
So I am happy
of
the way
unemployment is inched down from 30% to 34%.
So I am happy.
I
am happy the way the government appointees are working.
Very well.
So as Dr. Kaliso said, let us focus. Let us be focused. Our accountability to the people of this country will depend on what they are doing. Because look, I was born and bred in Nkwanta. I have lived in the Eastern Corridor Road. I have schooled in Nkwanta, schooled in Jasika in Oti region. When I used to move from Bunache in my village, to Bunache, my village, to Nkwanta, it takes me almost 3 hours, a journey of only 30 minutes. Today, the big push, the country has become a construction zone. I have moved from China.
But your minister is angry with contractors.
If you are not doing well, you should be hungry.
But
if you are not doing well, you should be hungry. That's why you're saying
you
that.
give over 20 contracts to one contractor, you expect him to do the work overnight.
Of course, but that is why he's also saying that if you are not ready, I will terminate it and you meet me in court.
Very well.
I have taken a road, especially one road. Let me end there.
Wrap this up and then let's go back to
I've taken a road from China to Gulu, Gulu to Pina, to Laura. A very terrible road. It's like hell. People were dying on that road. In fact, we are talking about Charles Emita today. If you know the number of people that died on that road, it's unbearable. But today, President Mahama has given them a big push road. So every Ghanaian should be happy. Ordinarily, Ghanaians should be very happy with President Mahama's governance.
Ordinarily.
So
should be.
Yes.
Not are happy.
Oh no, but that's what I said. But I mean, you're
ordinarily.
No,
you're not in ordinary times.
No, I mean the fact of the matter is that where you come from, the constituency you come from, the village you've come from, if you see improvement in your community,
of course, you give credit to you.
Of course, you should be happy.
Very well.
You will not be happy because about 38 people will not be happy because they are 38%.
Oh, that figure, you people are still running with that figure.
Oh, of course. But then,
41.
If he is not happy, it's not a new. That's what I'm saying. Not every Ghanaian that will be happy.
Very well.
But the MPP members, the 38% of the MPP members will not. 38% of the MPP members.
The 30 what?
May not be happy, but some of them will even.
You know what is referring to?
These are very uninformed statements. Very uninformed statements.
Anyway, so
let's not invite a debate on another matter.
Anybody who mentions 38% is very uninformed.
So yes, so Charles Emise's issue, you are talking about where we are today. Fact of the matter is that we have a lot to do in this country when it comes to our geographical and data system. It's a fact.
True.
If we joke with it, we are in a mess. Emise's death, number one, doesn't really mean that Emise's family cannot afford a medical bill. Emise's death doesn't mean that Emise could have not be able to afford a private hospital facility. And it's not by his fault of getting accident.
Indeed.
But how do we trace the system? I believe that when the incident happened, if Emise were be able to trace that at that moment, he could have not died.
He could have survived.
He could have survived. But he left his work, from his work to wherever he has gone. There should be a data or a system that can track any time, any day, at what time. It happens in some of the countries. We can't completely get the system down, but I think that we should be looking at that point first before we look at what is happening in the medical sector. So I believe that we must look at our digital system very, very, very critically and invest into it, so we'll be able to trace our system. I know that the iPhones and some phones, if wherever you are, you could be able to track wherever your relative is at what point of time. So let us get our data system well educated, well informed, so that people take it critically and make use of it. Today, what I've read the report, and as Professor Kosa is one of the credible people that we have no doubt about. So he has no interest of formulating any quack. Let me just say any quack investigative report.
True.
I know his credibility. Nobody doubt about it. If you read the report and what actually happened, the negligence of the nurses. Number one, I agree. Ethical and professionalism is very important.
Key.
Super important, and that is what we should be looking at. The distress in the health sector is one of the things. You go to the health sector, the whole hospital facility is choked. Very, very, very choked. The nurses are distressed. What is happening? Now, as we are trying to prevent this, the debate has come for us to talk about it. Let's just invest in health preventive so that minor incidents will not give the hospital facility pressure.
True.
We should be looking at investing in the health preventive. And that is what we don't do. Most of our money or our campaign should go on health preventive. You go to the facility, minor sickness because unaware conditions has made people let them to the hospitals. So I think it is time we should be looking at how we can educate our people. And that is why the current government is doing the free primary health care. And we should be looking at it, and we have to take it. Everybody must also take his health important, basic health, so that we can reduce the pressure at the facility. But it's unfortunate that this condition, what happened? Number one, we are saying, are you telling me that ambulances cannot get a patient with an accidented patient rush to an emergency center or a blood bank? Because I know them, they are primary health care people. True. They can give blood and other things. And one of the major problems was, I think it was the blood, the issue was blood and cardiac arrest. You see, so we should be, how do we have a system where the ambulance system can even have to start giving blood to patients whilst rushing to the hospital? Do we have it? No. So let us be looking at all these things. These are the system failure we are talking about.
True.
We shouldn't just look at the nurses who neglected the patients, and we should ask ourselves, why did they neglect the patient? I know it's very unprofessional. You see, but it's quite an unfortunate issue. So we should be looking at all those sectors. But I think other report has come. Government is taking a critical measure on this. Today, we are lucky that it is Engineer Emisa. Then it came out. You don't know what is happening to somebody in Bunkrugu. You don't know what is happening to somebody in Nalego. You don't know what is happening to somebody in Dawakura or Potripo or Bonache. These are the issues we should be looking at. A lot of people have suffered this.
Yeah.
And we are not aware because we couldn't get data to track the system. So investigative issues like this shouldn't just be an issue of us sitting here and just debate about it, talk about it and go. We must task every Ghanaian to give us information, and accurate information. And one thing about our new media system is also what we should be looking at. Each incident happens, instead of people reporting it fast, they rather prefer taking pictures, share it on social media to break the news, rather than thinking about the health of the patients. So I believe
they may not be professionals, they may not know how to attend to the patient.
See, if
they do break the news on social media, it might catch the attention of a professional.
If you read the report, in fact, I'm not saying it is not. I said we must. If you read the report, a gentleman walked to the ambulance service sometime after the incident happened, and ambulance was able to even respond within 3 minutes. It doesn't mean that the ambulance was within 3 minutes they were able to respond to it.
Yeah.
But the equipment to use was the problem. And then when they got to the hospital are saying that there are no beds. Look, I happened part of my life to work in a hospital. In fact, I've worked in a theater for years. And I understand how the hospital system works. You can never tell me that I know that a patient arrived in the hospital on emergency. On emergency, and you tell that patient and the patient's relatives that you don't have bed, they should go to another hospital. It doesn't happen anywhere. It's very unprofessional. What you have to do is that even if you don't have the bed, you must find a way to stabilize the patient and move the patient to another facility.
True.
That is how it is done. But I'm surprised. You move to the police hospital. A hospital that is supposed to protect life and property. That's the duty of police service. Service with integrity. If a regional hospital, a rich hospital, if you care to know, it's a referral center, sometimes it's choked.
Yeah.
Kolebu is another referral center, which sometimes they have issues. But a hospital like police hospital, that should be the hospital we should be investigating seriously. Yes. This is a security hospital. This is a national security center. And an incident like this, you tell the patient that there's no bed, the patient will go. Who does that? Who does that? Today, they said disciplinary sanctions should be taken. But at the end of the day, a young engineer has lost his life. You see, so yes, I understand. I like the response of the committee. I like the response of the government of the day, which is my government, which I'm so proud. The minister was so active. And then making sure that the chief director has written to those facilities to make sure that proper sanctions should be taken. These are the things we should be doing. But I think that we should be very preventive in issues like that. Or else, this is what we know today. You don't know what is happening in communities. In fact, lives are very precious and very important. We agree. But our health system, we need a total overhaul in the health system. Please, you should not dare play politics when it comes to health system, because I have spent some part of my life there and I saw how patients get expired painfully. I'm telling you, painfully. Sometimes they will bring some conditions, some cases to the theater. Yourself, you wonder whether that person, how long has he stayed at home? We should be very informative, we should be very educative on our health preventive. We should make sure that we invest huge in our health system. And that's what people don't know. When you have a very good health system, your economy runs very well. Because when you are healthy, you bring productivity, you pay tax to government, which is very, very, very important. So it's quite unfortunate, but I believe that these sanctions should be all the necessary disciplinary actions should be taken against these unprofessional and unethical practitioners, so that tomorrow other people will learn. In fact, it's a serious issue. We shouldn't just go closer to politics with this. And I know my brother never did politics, but let me also commend the Parliament of Ghana. when this incident happened. I saw on the social media people condemning politicians, people condemning. Fact is that the moment you are a leader, you take responsibility of everything. Because when it is good, when the big push is happening, I am happy. You understand? When employment is coming, I'm happy. So when other things happen,
when BOG is making losses,
when people criticize you, when we stabilize our CD in support of BOG, I am happy.
Right.
You understand? So when people are also complaining of something, we must listen to it.
True.
I was so happy and very proud of Avenue Market. I saw on the feet in Parliament the way he contributed in these issues. And the leader of government business today, super deliverance, and everybody cares. Both sides of Parliament cares about. I think Ghanaians in general are very worried about this situation.
True.
And the Minister of Health, let me commend him, has taken a bold step with this investigation. And I believe that we will not interfere in this and bring the NDC, MPP issues to this. It's about life. When a Ghanaian leaves, he can change his mind to vote for MPP tomorrow. When a Ghanaian stays, he can still maintain the NDC votes. So we must do this and make sure our health should be our priority. That is why Ghana Health Service said, your health is our concern.
Very well. Thank you, Rich. Honorable, let me come back to a life has been lost. Recommendations for sanctions or disciplinary measures. I know there's nothing that can bring back the life, but how much or how punitive should these actions be to serve as a deterrent so that we don't see a recurrence of such incidents?
I think that we should put this whole thing in perspective. I am thinking that there's a whole systemic failure. I mean, whatever conditions were at Kolebu, the regional hospital and police hospital, I'm not sure they were very different from each other. But it was just the case of the attitudes of people who were met, or people of the first respondents at the place. It's just attitude now. Whatever the conditions were there. But the fundamental question that needs to be asked is, why would a health worker turn away a patient in such condition?
It doesn't happen.
He also asked whether the ambulances and all that couldn't have given. Probably there's a level. That is why we have different grades of health facilities. I'm not too sure there could have been blood transfusion, because we are being told that the main cause of death was loss of blood, and he didn't have. I mean, that was the ultimate. The trauma was as a result of the loss of blood, and so I'm not too sure if the paramedics could give that level of attention. That is why.
But the report also tell us that if there was some immediate compression and dressing of the deep lacerations,
the bleeding could have
stopped.
Then so it boils down to what I'm trying to say.
The first respondents.
The first respondents, right? I think it's a system, emergency
response system.
I mean, the level of skill, their capacity of the people who are most likely to be the first responders, their capacity is really important, because just like we are establishing now, if the wound had been attended to with some pressure or some sort of dressing, I mean, it would have reduced the level of blood loss, and it would have given him some time until he got the care. The attitude of the health professionals at these facilities, I mean, these are probably our tertiary institutions. I mean, our tertiary institutions. So we should really have a look at that. Even that, when you want to look at the holistic system, right? The level of the number of people who actually go to these tertiary institutions would even have to be checked. I mean, there's a reason why Kolebu, as a tertiary institution, even has a polyclinic. There's a polyclinic in Kolebu. So depending on the level of affliction or something, you should really know where to go. Because if some people are going to see specialists in Kolebu with malaria, I mean, something that could have been treated at Kaneshi Polyclinic or Kolebu Polyclinic or Adaba. That's, I mean, all of this. But people also, it behooves on us to make people aware that you don't have to, there's a referral facility. So this is what happens then.
So proper categorization of the various
and you see, you can categorize it, but if the people who are supposed to know don't know, they still won't be able to utilize that sort of thing. So I think that it's attitudinal. We need to build capacity of people. Ultimately, not just in this big hospitals, even the small hospitals. So they are able and better to see some of these emergencies. Because look, for where I live, I tell you, a lot of times people get this sort of cardiac arrest and all of that. There's a facility they take to, they go to the wrong places. When you know that time is of essence, when such conditions happen, you need to be attended to and you need to get the requisite sort of attention within some span of time. If you don't, its repercussions, it's huge. So I think that we should look at attitudes, build capacity. The facilities there, we can add up the beds, but if our attitudes and capacity don't get to that level, we'll still come back to the same issue. And so I think that there's quite a bit, and we should take advantage of this. This is not the first time we are going through this. There are other times that we've been through similar experiences, but we didn't learn a lot. It didn't change the system. Hopefully, we are able to take advantage of this. Because dovetailing into even what happened at Wager yesterday, I mean, with the pediatric issues and all of that. So no, he is talking about employment issues, but he forgets that unemployment in this country has inched up
so
from 30% to 34%.
I just want to
just a second. I am very surprised when you wake up this morning and you come and sit on a platform like this and you are able to talk about 24-hour economy. You are saying you come from Nkwanta South.
I'm not saying I come from Nkwanta South.
No, but that's your constituency, right?
Yes,
that's your constituency.
Yes.
That's where you were born.
Yes.
That's where you've grown up.
Yes.
That's where you live.
Yes.
That's where you do your business.
Yes.
24-hour economy. What is happening there in Nkwanta South?
We'll get there.
Are you seeing the 133 that you promised us in Nkwanta South?
It's work in progress.
Now, work in progress. They are building 24-hour markets. Or they have intention of building 24-hour markets. In a place like Nkwanta.
Yes.
24-hour.
It will get
by
there.
8 o'clock, the whole place is asleep.
You don't know Nkwanta. You don't know Nkwanta.
Take the main road off. Anywhere you veer off the road, by 8 o'clock, the places are asleep.
No. I think you know Nkwanta. You've been to Nkwanta before.
But if a factory is placed there, if a factory is placed there, won't it work?
A factory is placed there. What?
You look at the raw material there and what you can make out of the raw material. Then you set up a factory there.
Very Greek rich place.
Exactly.
That whole enclave.
Yeah.
That whole enclave, very productive
so
area.
we can set up an agro-processing facility there.
So you do want
to get the youth to do the
15, 16 months into the tenure of JDM. What factory or what plans has he got to put any factory there to ensure that the 133 that he told us he is able to run
in cabinet, so you don't know what conversations are going on there.
Oh, but
let's get back to
he promised us, as Ghanaians, he promised us that they were going to do 133
in due course.
He will communicate. I have seen the paper on 24-hour economy. The blueprint. I mean,
the one that sets up the authority.
The one that sets up the authority. Beyond that, I have not heard anything. I have not read anything.
So for him to come and sit here, the head of the report of the committee. Sorry, let's deal with the recommendations of the committee.
Oh, recommendations.
Nana, let me. If he's not aware, let me just give him let me give some information. You see, you do politics because you want votes, but sometimes you look at what the government does. I cannot sit down and criticize the MPP that have done nothing for the past 8 years. No, that's not fair. But I can tell you, in a few months the NDC has come, the number of jobs we've created compared to what they did in 8 years. Look, Nana, let me tell you something. In this country, or any part of the country, any government that wants to stabilize microeconomy, stabilization, what do? You go to construction economy. You understand? As we are talking about Nkwanta, most of the feeder roads in my area are ongoing. The youth, they are getting jobs. If you go to Nkwanta now, as even yesterday...
Is it DRIP or these are major contracts?
Yesterday, my MC, Awal, has even cut short, and some construction work in hospital facilities are going on.
Has cut short?
Yes, and some hospital facilities are going on. The youth are on site. The youth are on site working. From Nkwanta Pasa, Damanko Road, Go and see the number of young guys are getting jobs there. Go to other government agencies when we came and to those that we need to employ. So even my constituency are talking about. I don't know somebody that have been sacked. Maybe somebody who didn't. I have a dossier sitting on my table. Who didn't properly went through the process to get jobs.
Yeah.
I was also sacked 8 years before. I've never been have I complained to you? You and
I am no authority, so if you complain to me, there's nothing I can do about it.
8 years ago, I went to office, I was sacked, and I went back to my village to stay for 8 years.
Right.
You understand? So that is not. I'm not encouraging that.
True.
But I am telling you, the current government, the number of employment we are creating. Look, I used to clear goods at Itakwara port. I normally bring goods from Italy. Those days, by 4:30, the port is closed. As last week, we cleared goods at 3:30 a.m. at the port because of 24-hour economy. There have been increase of security personnel there. Right. The banks are still working 24 hours there because you need to do deposit. Some agents and other people are still at. So
you have reliable power to do it.
Of course, the power. Even though there has been lapses which we make Ghanaians know, we didn't hide it. So you go to Tema Port today. 24 hours is operational. Well. I have renewed. Look, I have renewed. I have renewed my license at Adenta. DVLA.
You went there
at 12:15 a.m.
You went there
and renewed.
Why are you going at 12:15?
No, because I just wanted to know to test the system and see how it works. Look,
so you woke up and went there at 12.
I am being honest with you. It didn't take me more than 50 minutes and I was done. And the banks, the people.
You know what?
I mean, so let us be honest.
Talking about employment, the budget that was read for.
Let us be honest.
We are veering off our subject.
No, just
But you see, the emissaries death and the issue that we're talking about, I want to say something that, look, as Honorable is saying, Rich Hospital is a referral hospital. But how many people know that Rich Hospital is a referral center? You go there, you see patients working there. But we need to let people know that some hospitals are specialist hospitals, some are referrals, and most of the hospitals have the role they play. But there's no way and no any day that there will be an emergency of a patient. Emergency. And whether it be in a referral or specialist hospital or whatever, you need to stabilize the patient.
Some tragedy should happen.
To happen before.
To ensure stability.
At least stability should happen before you direct the person to some other hospital. I mean, we should be very, very careful the way we run our things.
Very well. Let's wish the family well and let's pray that the good Lord will continue to strengthen them.
A lot of families.
In fact, yes. Families who have gone through one sort of medical challenge or the other. Another matter of concern is the way, if you like, successive governments have treated ongoing projects. Some left abandoned, some completed, non-operationalized. And I don't know what the challenge is. Is it a matter of the name that goes on the plaque when it is operationalized, or what is happening? The issue in contention here has to do with the specialist pediatric hospital at Wejagbawi, Children's Hospital. And if we had exclusive access to the facility, if you should see the facility, you wonder why it has not been operationalized. This is a World Bank funded project. The Ministry of Health has given us some, if you like, issues regarding alleged misprocurement and all as reasons why it remains non-operational. But for me, a Ghanaian, if I see the number of children dying on a daily basis, I don't think misprocurement should keep the doors of this facility locked. Alhaji.
Nana, it's really a heartbreaking situation. I just recollected a quote attributed to our Minister of Health.
The current one?
Yeah, the current one. Honorable Kwabena Mintah Akando. At one point when somebody asked him a question, or I think he was discussing Agenda 111. And his response...
As minister or as
As minister, no, as
okay.
minister.
As minister, right.
And his response is that Agenda 111 is a trap.
Oh. It's a trap. How? I didn't hear this.
No, it was on one of this government accountability series at Jubilee House. And the question was put as to how the plans into completion of all of this, and thinking that the amount of money they required to complete this project, he thought that, Charlie, this thing is a trap, because if you don't give it attention, your own priorities might get. I mean, it's the reality of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the project in question, the wager one. I saw a short video on the facility that we have, and I've heard the Member of Parliament, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib of the area, speak about that project and on a couple of occasions. And I think that this is okay in project management issues. I mean, the whole concept in 2022 and completion was intended to be in December 2025, and so we had some 4 months or so. Thankfully, the project has been done.
Yeah.
Now, the outstanding issues is the World Bank itself has its own policies, and they will not depart from it. I mean, the policies are very stringent, and it's and for an institution like that to survive, I mean, those are policies they run across the world. They are not just unique to Ghana, and sometimes when there's that departure, then there is a gap that needs to be filled up. I can understand and appreciate the point of view of the World Bank when they held up the disbursement of funds, and to some extent, I'm even hearing that there was some cancellation somewhere, but I don't want to believe that, because the project overruns or the cost of the projects, I mean, there's always a way to verify some of this cost. Although you need to verify them, mostly they are within a range, because for a facility like that, it's not about the building, but it's more about the equipment that's been installed. And the equipment, they vary in brands and all of that, and even sources of supply. Somebody getting from the manufacturer, somebody getting from a third party. I mean, you expect that the
price
cost
differentials.
the price differentials will crop up. And so I think that the parties should get back to the table. The ministry itself should actually weigh the effect of this on our whole system. Look, because for us living in the whole of Greater Accra, beside the Princess Marie that has been there, I mean, I won't go there for. I mean, I won't take my child there for. I mean, because I just know what pertains there, because people have gone and come, and the situation there, the blockage, the number of people and all. If you are not very careful, you go there and you even come home with some more. So thankfully, we were able to take advantage of the crisis system we had in COVID. You see, within the conceptualization of this particular project, it wasn't the only one. The Afari, the Seguia, they were all just a number of that. We thought that we should strengthen our health delivery systems, and with the support of the World Bank, post-COVID, we needed to strengthen. This is way before we even thought about Agenda 111. And so, and a lot more of these facilities have been actually done, commissioned, and are operational. So for this one, I think that the stakeholders, the ministry, the World Bank,
the contractor itself,
because I think that the contractor also has a case.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's able to prove that, look, I did get this equipment from this source at this cost, and the margins are reasonable, because for I don't know how come people are quoting that the project is overpriced by 8 to 11 times. I mean, you can buy something
11 times it's
$10. 11 times is actual value. That's scary. I mean,
very scary.
I don't think that it's the normal margins a contractor will be looking for. But then again, I am sure that the contractor also has some basis. I mean, I can't do this work over the years, tie up my capital, and then when it comes to you paying me, then you start dragging your feet and all of that. I think that he even has some recourse to, I mean, make sure that for whatever time that his payments are delayed, he has some recourse. But I think that even the world wars were resolved by negotiations and discussions. I think that the party should go back to the table. And I heard something this morning that within the next 3 weeks the facilities
Yes,
will be
that's what the
commissioned.
ministry says.
I hope that the parties are able to resolve these matters and get this thing. But I can assure the Minister of Health that it is not a trap. It is not a trap. It was done with good intention to be able to shore up the
health infrastructure
we have, but it is not a trap. So you should move away from those rhetorics and get to the work done.
Very well. Richie, quick thoughts on this children's hospital at Weija.
Yeah, but
this is a trap. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for this trap. But I think that it's misinforming the public that the minister said it was a trap. The minister has always and every day with the president, that is even part of our big push projects, that all the uncompleted projects in all the successful government, we are making provisions to complete every project that was uncompleted. It is part of our plan. It is part of our budget allocation as well. Even in the district assemblies, all the projects that were not completed, we are making allocation for every MMDC to complete it, regional projects and national projects. So we are very optimistic that all the uncompleted projects will become. Unfortunately, what I always ask is that I've seen his government then commission Agenda 1111 hospital that it was completed, but none of them have not seen the patients walking through any of those facilities that they were going to hospital. So what is it showing you? So I believe I believe that we are very, very sure that all these problems will be resolved. It's one of the concerns Ghanaians always raise, that the government comes to power and then is doing a project. When another government comes, then they stop the project and all those things. We must know that the money is not for a political party.
True.
In fact, the money is not for the president. The money is for a Ghanaian and Ghanaians, even both those living home and abroad. So every little drop of money that comes to the state coffers, we make sure we have a prudent use of it. We should be proud as a nation that this government is focusing on all the uncompleted projects that we had. We must not speedily finish it. What you should know is that the government is not even done up to 2 years. It's just a new government that we've started, and in fact we are doing what we can do. So it's not everything we can do at once. So every Ghanaian should be very patient with us. President Mahama that I know, that I work for, and every Ghanaian knows President Mahama, is very, very focused of making every Ghanaian happy. In fact, his priority is to make sure a Ghanaian is comfortable. So those worries and propaganda politics must stop and let us focus. In fact, we are even calling all political parties to come on board. Let us be more Ghanaian and develop this country within these 4 years of President Mahama, so that another successful government that comes will be able to build our economy. That's what President Mahama said, something that I'm very happy. He said he wants by 2030, no single child will go to bed without food, which is very, very, very important. We should be looking at. I'm from a village. My father has 28 children. So imagine that he will have not been able to take care of us or go to bed with hunger. It is not easy. So I beg, these are the responsibilities we have to take. So to that and the Weija, the children's hospital.
Yeah.
One of the priority about President Mahama is about children, which you know. In fact, the First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Mahama, is the topmost priority of her is about children. So President Mahama and Lordina at home, and President Mahama and Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, at the Jubilee House, will never let any child down. Even if you look at Namumu, his moves and the steps about children and social protection of children, you've seen most actions. That's the first minister I've ever seen that when it comes to children, she moved to the side and rescued children. So children are our priority, and that's we are mainly focusing on that. So the Weija hospital, children's hospital, is unfortunate it has happened though, but this hospital was supposed to be open in November 2024.
Yeah.
For 2025.
2024 is 2024.
2025.
The completion date was 2024 actually.
2024.
Really?
Yeah,
2024.
November 2024. But as Honorable rightly said, World Bank has their way of doing things. In fact, I have said that if World Bank doesn't have strict measures to manage their funds, it's a world thing. It's not like It's not only Ghanaian economy. So, but it's a very serious problem. And then the Ministry of Health has come out with a statement. The contractor is saying he won't open the facility if his money is not paid. And the World Bank is saying that, it's the World Bank, it's not the government. I just want you to understand that. The World Bank is saying that the procurement has been inflated by 11 times
the actual value.
I think it's about $14 million, yeah? So I'm just imagining how you move from 1 to 14.
Yeah.
But then there's a good news for Ghanaians. President Mahama and the Minister of Health is working tirelessly, and we are close to the doors to resolve this problem. And very, very, very soon. Very, 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 very soon. As we are resetting, we'll reset that issue and reset that agenda and make that hospital work again. As my brother, the Honorable said, he said even the World War, even the World War was resolved by negotiations on a round table. So I can tell you, the minister is speedily working on it, and very, 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 very soon, that problem is solved. I sympathize with the Ghanaians, even the member of parliament. I saw how Jerry Ahmed was so worried about how the World Bank and the contractor are having issues. But we as a government, we have come in, and we are working tirelessly to make sure this is resolved. Statement has come out.
The World War did not end with resetting. And I've shown you, I can also, the capture of honorable ministers comments on the agenda 1 as a trap. I can actually promise him that this was not a trap.
Very well.
It was done with
good morning, boss. Please tell Honorable Issa that the people of Kamvili say they like his matter, and for that matter, they want to honor him with a chieftaincy title.
I tell them that I accept the chieftaincy. I'll come and take the chieftaincy.
We'll bring Alaji to you in Kamvili. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so by, a maniswing, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a bedroom.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Turn up your sound experience with the We Hear speakers by Lovi. From the sleek We Hear 1 to the powerful We Hear 2. And now the premium We Hear Pro. Fully endorsed by Kylian Mbappe. This is not just a speaker, it's a flexible, high-performance outdoor Bluetooth speaker built to bring your music to life anywhere. With up to 100 watts of music power, you get bold, immersive sound wherever you go. All available in stylish standout colors. Now the good news. From April 20th to May 20th, grab yours at a special discounted price. The We Hear 1 now at 400 Ghana cedis. The We Hear 2 at 900 Ghana cedis. And the premium We Hear Pro now at 3,800 Ghana cedis. Don't miss out. Call 020-195-7739 or pick up at the Atlantic Towers. You can also grab yours at Orange FM Kumasi, Plus FM or 3 Music TV in Accra. Number 12 Afunya Street at Belengpe. Don't miss out on this special discounted offer. It's the We Hear promo powered by Lovi. We Hear, feel the power, hear the difference.
Every day, we make choices. Some big, some small.
What would you be doing today? I want this or...
Every day, we make choices. And sometimes, choices that shape our hearts.
Hi.
Whether it's a long-term or short-term decision. The Lydia Ranger gives you the power to truly decide. With Lydia, you truly decide.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment. Richard Manurube is here. He's a member of the government's communication team. And the Honorable Alhaji Fusaini Isa is here. Former member of parliament of Kaikwe North. So we're going to Sakumo now, the Ramsa site. The demolition is back. We've seen ministers from different regimes attempt same. My concern is when we go in to do the exercise, what happens next? Do we go to sleep? Because before you know, a building is back up within that same space. They've mapped out the area, they call some place red zone and what have you, but we see buildings coming up there. Who is giving these people permits? Why are they able to construct? And also, when we go and do the demolition, if we say it is to protect the wetland, after the demolition, what happens? Do we leave the debris there? And if we leave it there, have we achieved our aim? What should we do about this? Alhaj, I'll start with you.
This Ramsa issue, Ghana actually signed up to this thing back in, I think, 1992. This whole Ramsa thing, it's called Ramsa. Ramsa just because the convention was in the but you see, over the years there has been a lot of political inconsistency. Political inconsistency to the extent that this minister goes there will undertake some demolition. This time I heard she was doing the demolition over a period of time.
3 days. She started on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Tuesday, and so she finishes today.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over the from tomorrow, she goes back. And so people have the timidity to go back to the place and say, oh, even when they come, the demolition one or two properties, they will go back and they'll come back again in another year or two. So once they finish their operations, people go back. I was privileged to have seen some of the things that are happening in that enclave, and it's heartbreaking. how people have actually built on waterways, how people have diverted waterways in that whole enclave. I mean, it is, and today when we're having flooding and all of that, we don't understand. But because the water will always find its own level when put in place, and so these things will happen. But it's just our inconsistency and then the level of corruption in there. Talking of land guards itself, talking about the traditional land access. I'm not saying owners, so I'm saying land access. Access, which will encompass the traditional, the assemblies and all of the land access, the public officials themselves. That this minister was referring to, who will be transferred to North if as punishment, as punitive action. As if the people who live up north are not human enough. It is our responsibility to ensure that every Ghanaian is living under some very good conditions. And so if you think that you are transferring somebody to my area is punitive action, then God save us. And you see, this minister itself, it's not the first time. If you recollect, when we went for the rerun of some polling stations in Ablikumanov, she made a similar statement that, look, if you can't just stay and accuse somebody of buying votes, you can also go and buy votes. And she went scot-free. Nobody held us. But then again, I going back, if you look at the minister and how she has held herself since she's been in office, I'll go back to Parliament itself as an institution, because when the president appointed her, we didn't even get opportunity to listen to her being vetted. We did not get the opportunity.
So we had the opportunity, but the House did not vet her.
So we didn't get the opportunity to hear her even speak. Right? She went to the vetting committee, and so there was some plea, something, she couldn't talk or something. I mean, and some flimsy excuse like that.
She was given a clean bill
for a minister of state. Clean bill. When we the Ghanaians outside of that vetting room.
But she has been an MP for what? How many terms? So I mean, the committee knows her.
Sam George had been. She
know her competencies.
She went into Parliament, I think, a term before Sam George.
Right. Shai Osudoku.
No, or she went to the 7th Parliament. That I recollect. You remember she lost her husband before the election. I think that she went to the 7th Parliament. Same way. Sam George had a marathon session. She went to Parliament after Okudeto. Okudeto had a marathon session. So
because of the ministries that they were going to.
You cannot say Greater Accra is not a strategic ministry that needs a strategic person.
But we don't run a federal state, so even this regional minister issue is very challenging.
It might be challenging. The day we have a regional minister who is up to tax, I'm sure will not come here and speak about Ramsa again. This political inconsistency that I'm speaking to will not come back and speak to.
If we empower the assemblies enough, can they deal with some of these
issues? But you see, what the Greater Accra regional minister does is to coordinate the activities of the assemblies. We cannot just leave assemblies on their own. Or we say that the local government ministry controls all the 261 or so assemblies. We need to put the assemblies in some. So that essentially, the regional minister is the head of the regional coordinating council. True. Security-wise, health-wise, I recollect that.
RCC, RECSEC.
Yes. So we need somebody there to be coordinating the issues. I recollect there was a cholera outbreak in some of the districts in Ada. We needed a regional minister to be up and doing it. If we are going to take the time of the local government minister, who has 261, it's going to be, and the number of departments that needs to be coordinated. So certainly, I think that the constitution was right in making provision for a position like the regional minister. And so it's okay. But the persons who occupy the positions. The positions are not there as rewards for long service to the party or being in Parliament for too long, but we need competent people. This minister, time and again, had proven that she does not even understand the role she's supposed to play. And the Regional Coordinating Council.
Really?
If she did, she wouldn't have been making statements like this. You recollect during the school placement, there was an incident, I think last year, the CSPS issue. Hers was that, don't bother about the school that your ward will go. All you need is to get money to provide extra tuition. I mean, how do you think like this? For a woman who is supposed to be running the regional capital. How do you think like this? Time and again, she's proven that she does not appreciate the reason why she's in office. And I think that the appointing authority should have a second look at her. The appointing authority should have a second look at her and tell us whether this is the woman we want to be running our region. And if you cannot deal with issues like that, she promised us that within a couple of weeks she was going to lit up our streets. I don't know how much it's lit.
But somebody promised to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa.
My area,
did it happen?
My area, we're talking about a regional minister today.
But Accra is in the region.
Of course, Accra is in the region.
And somebody with higher authority than a regional minister promised to make Accra the cleanest city.
I am holding her to what she said. You are not telling me that she did not promise.
She did.
Then what was the equalization for? I am holding her to her promise that work in progress. You see, we begin from A to B. We begin from A to B. And I'm just giving a chronology of events and how her reaction to some of these things have been. And she needs, what I'm saying is that the appointing authority should have a second look at, because for her to make a statement like, we'll transfer you to North,
have you read her apology?
Has she apologized?
She has. And
I'm just hearing from you.
Yes, she has. And I think it's a sincere apology.
It's a sincere apology.
Unlike other apologies that we've seen.
Did you see the last line to the apology?
It's a sincere
If you have the letter, read the last line.
Do you know the People's National Party? The People's National Party.
People's National Party. PNP.
PNP. Eyekube.
Yes,
I know them.
I know.
They think we are doing selective targeting of women in politics.
I don't think speaking about this woman is targeting women. There are other women in government. There are other women in politics that we are not targeting. We are talking about performance. And if you're not putting women there just because we need, I think that we have capable women. We have women who are also capable, right? We need to put the right people in office to help govern this country. We are not just putting people just because she's a woman. Affirmative action is something we all support, right? But we do not intend. I hope you're not referring to Ms. Nabila. I've seen some infographics about some things, and I think that she should understand that she has been in politics for her, and we look at her based on her what she brings to the table. We are not looking at her just because she's a woman, right? She's a general secretary or a chairperson of the PNP.
She's chairperson and leader.
Chairperson or leader. You see, I am quite emotional about this.
Chairperson and leader of the PNP. Janet Asana.
No. Patients should know that we are not saying this about our regional minister because she's a woman. No. If it's a man who is doing this and committing this blunders, we will still talk about it. It's not just about a woman. This whole Ramsa thing, it's because of political inconsistencies. People think that, oh, she's doing it today, she's gone in. Tomorrow, we can go back and have our peace of mind for the next year or something. And this typically happens in the rainy season or the run up to the rainy season, where people are thinking, oh, there'll be flooding issues again. And so the Ramsa being the significant wetland need to be cleared and all of that. But it's not just the regional coordinating council. The Forestry Commission has a role to play. The local assembly also has a role to play. And so that's why we cannot resolve this once and for all. In the last couple of years, there has been talk about rezoning, and that's the initial area that was left for the wetland was too huge. And as the pressure on land in the region and all of that, we need to rezone and all of that. It's understandable, but let's have a very good spatial planning of the whole place. We have even a spatial planning authority. And all of this should be up and going. Between the spatial planning authority, regional coordinating council, the forestry commission, the local assembly, I think that they should be able to resolve this and not as and when they think that they want to act, they go there, they do something, they go back to relax, and then people will go back, private developers and other encroachers will go and do what they want, and then it becomes an annual affair where we have to come and sit here every now and again. But we should make progress. But in making progress, I don't think that this woman at the regional coordinating council is a person to lead this whole charge. I think that appointing authority should have a second look at it. If I were from the northern region or something, I would take serious exception to what she said, and I'll campaign against what she said.
She has apologized, so yeah, I think we can move on from there. But Richard, so there's a financial burden attached to this. Then there's the emotional distress also attached to this. You can even talk of the health, because some people might go crazy looking at the structure that they've put up and standing there watching it being pulled down. You get it? My challenge is the local assemblies, because when you go in there, some of these people claim to have permits. They actually challenge the minister during the exercise that they have permits, so they don't understand why their buildings are being pulled down. If we don't crack the whip, this thing won't stop. And we'll always come back to demolition. One day someone will sue you, and then before you know, judgment death, and you get it. But so how do we deal with this matter?
Nana, did you just say emotional attachment? What are you saying? Let me give you some stats. A reported flood death in Ghana, in Accra. 2023, 3 people died.
True.
2024, 4 people died. 2025, 5 people died. 3,000 residents displaced. Over 3,000 residents were displaced. You see, these are the people that caused it. So this even 3,000. This was only Adenta and Ghana East. So you see this building. Now you and I cannot build it so far. You are aware?
I know.
You and I. And this building is not up to 3,000 homes. So the minister is saying that let's stop it. I've seen one of the favorite regional minister, Harry Kwete. Harry Kwete with his body giant and was at Ramsa side fighting. I've seen Titus Glover there. I've seen several ministers. In fact, Jake's time up to now, I have seen many regional ministers.
So aren't you worried? Aren't you worried that this continues?
That is so worrying.
So we should find who allows
that
this
is why
to
minister
happen.
is being preventive.
No, I think she's being reactive.
No, she's being preventive. Look, this is how it used to happen. After NADMO reports and people died, they take bodies to morgue. When people are displaced, NADMO go and give them blankets and baskets.
Relief items.
Then you see ministers going there to do demolition. The minister said, let me stop this before the rain starts. Preventive measures. Before another 3,000 people will be displaced. This is a minister we need to commend. The minister didn't just go there. He went there with the preventive department, that's NADMO. Ramsa site,
Forestry Commission.
Ramsa site is under Forestry Commission. Forestry Commission, in fact, I think that even Forestry Commission have guards there. I'm very sure, I'll stand to be corrected. They have guards there, but yes, still, people, elites, I'm talking about elite, worldly people with credibility in their right sense, go and put, these are structures. These are not just some people who put in a kiosk or something to sleep. These are well-to-do people who claim they know their right and know what it means to be educated.
They have the money, they have the resources.
And go to the district assembly or municipal assembly and influence some officials to get permits, to get legal binding, to be able to put up a structure consciously. Look, you and I in media, the thought is that conscience supersedes morality. And you go and put in this, and they are not even ashamed that when demolition happens, they come out with their faces. I mean, these are people clearly just to be arrested, prosecuted, and be jailed.
We don't do that.
Simple.
That's my
it's
challenge.
Simple. No, I will do that because I just told you that within 3 years, over 10 to 20 people died. Lives. Today we are sitting talking about lives.
So someone should pay for that.
I am telling you that about 33,000 people
have been displaced. Who
Just
are we holding
year.
accountable for
so
that?
the people we are holding accountable with are people who sit in the district assembly.
Thank you.
And issue permit, number one.
Thank you.
The people who should be holding are the people who claim a land who gives security to communities, should be displaced, and they may claim that they are the land people, and they go there and they claim they are landgas. These are the people we should be looking at. That's why minister says that I am preventing this and make sure the proper measures should be taken. Look, this is a woman who should be applauding.
Really?
I'm being honest with you. I am a true northerner. Nana, I am a Konkomba. I come from Sabuba in the northern region. I know how my community has been deprived. Thank God, now Honorable Nkpe is developing my constituency very well. Okay. So going to the northern region, if ministers say going to the northern region, people take a political exception of it. I agree. We are human beings. People are not happy with it. Ghanaians are not happy in that statement that she made. She said she's very sorry. And every Ghanaian has forgiven her. Everybody makes mistakes with a comment. But I feel that...
Except those calling for her head.
Of course, because they are calling for votes. You should expect that. Because they are calling for votes. No.
It is not the first time.
All right, I'm coming. I understand.
Let him make the point.
So, those people must quickly be transferred from that area and be punished. So that other people that will come, they will be careful.
It's problematic if you characterize transfers as punishment.
No, of course, I agree with it. Transfers must not be punishment.
True.
Transfers might be a way to pave the way for credible people to come and occupy that office. And that's what she did. But she failed that. Let me tell you, I've taken you to some part of the country so that you will not get access. Nana, you can agree with me that somebody in Port Report doesn't have access to City TV. You understand?
Yeah.
So any illegality and any evil mind he has about City TV, he won't get access to it.
And now we are Channel 1 TV.
Channel 1 TV. Fact are facts. But some part of the region, that she categorically mentioned, but she felt that yes, people are not happy. And as a good leader, when people are not happy, you come out to talk.
Yeah.
And she come out to apologize. And she did exactly that. And I know you are forgiving her. And I know everybody watching, million Ghanaians are watching. I have forgiven her.
Yeah.
That's the reality on the ground.
Her.
I mean, she has forgiven, but for the sake of vote, she said she should be sacked. Fine. But I think that if you have
we can forgive but not forget.
Of course, I mean, I should be more offended with this statement. But since she has apologized, we should let her go.
Very well.
But I feel that she's doing a proper thing for this. Look, if you know from that Ramsa side to Nungwa,
so from the Klagon area,
then through the East Legon, through East Legon, through Adenta, Medina, Lakeside, every year. I used to live at East Legon Hills, so I know how what is happening, the flooding situation there. Yeah. So I think that these are preventive measures she's taken, and which everybody should applaud. Whatever it is, you might not be happy, but my point is that people putting up these structures are just not ordinary. These are influential people in the system. And they sit down and use some influences. In fact, since we came, she has made sure that no permit, and that's what let us applaud her for her. She has made that no permit is given to anybody that is building putting on illegal sites. She's done that.
Hey.
Yes, she's done that.
Wait.
Are you sure?
Wait.
I'm being honest with
you. Wait.
Yes.
Those permits are given at assembly level, not at the regional.
I said she has directed, and she has made sure.
She's directed
all the MMDCs that nobody should give permit to anybody that comes to build on a Ramsa site or on a waterway. She's did
but
that.
the Ramsa site,
she's done that.
Upon her direction, people are still building there.
So that's what she did.
So what is
on Tuesday when she went there, she actually put the blame at the doorstep of the previous administration.
I wanted to come there.
For issuing illegal
previous assembly. The previous administration.
Yes.
So people got permits in 2024.
But they have money.
And they are building in 2026.
Of course, you do that. But 2025.
That's the logic of
2025.
Of Honorable Kulu and my good friend here. People, when they didn't have money in 2024, they found it prudent to go for permits. And it's taking us 2 years.
You know how this is. You can secure land for
permits when you are ready to the ground.
Be very fair.
Nobody goes to permits and puts it down for 2 years.
Be very fair.
Anything could have happened.
Be very fair.
And so how then do you go back and blame an administration which left office?
No, she's saying that.
I will sit here and say that it was all clean under the NPP.
No, it
prior
wasn't.
to 20. It wasn't. But to say that The new buildings that are cropping up because their permits in 2024.
I can tell you.
One of the things why I'm asking the appointing authority to
let Richard. Allow me. Just stop. Very well. Allow Richard. I can tell you. That speak for government. I can tell you and your viewers that Minister Okulu has never and has directed all the MMDCs not to give permits to anybody that is building on a waterway or a Ramsa site. And under our under our administration, no permit has been issued under his tenure as a minister of
recently under the flyover. Somebody was building what was it called?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And that person says they had a permit.
We can see people with illegal. No, but you know it. You know that even sometimes people will go and put up structure and then go and write produce permit so that people know that it will look as if the engineers have come to write, and then so you can see people with illegalities. But somebody who goes to buy a land on an illegal site, what do you expect him to tell you? Is this somebody who can tell you the truth? No. You don't expect truth from that person. But we have made sure, and President had told Minister, and Minister directed all the MMDCs, and the MMDCs adhered to the direction of to the Minister, and nobody has issued any permit. But we are climbing down with anybody that would jeopardize the life of every Ghanaian in this country. We will not let your word to displace somebody. We will agree with that. It's a national security issue.
Thank you.
To end with quickly, he says because Minister is doing well, they should sack Minister.
But doing well.
But what has she done? But look, this Minister Okulu coordinating all the MMDCs in Greater Accra. He has been a member of Parliament before. In fact, he has been close and he has been in charge of of affairs before. I have lived in areas. This time around, if I go to some inner city communities, I've seen improvement. I've seen development in Greater Accra here. In fact, I'm not saying we are 100%, but I've seen Minister under her instruction with the MMDCs. Some inner city roads have been qualified, some street lights have come up, some schools projects and hospital projects are coming up. This is a minister who is doing very well to make sure that you are Greater Accra.
Richard,
you were born here, you left Moshi land, you were born here. And she's doing the job for you. Why are you doing that?
Richard Manurube is a member of the government communication team. Honorable Alhaji Fuseni Isa is the former member of Parliament, Okaikoi North. I am Nana Tufo Boateng. This has been the news review segment on Breakfast Day.
The Minister of Transport.
Do you want a healthy smile?
So what we do to rid all of that bacteria is we do what's called a deep cleaning or periodontal therapy. So that is 2 visits. You'll come in and we'll make sure you're very comfortable because that bacteria is very hard. It doesn't want to leave. So we need to get you numb. So we'll get you numb on one side, the right side, let's say, and top and bottom, and then we'll go through just a disinfection process. And we may have you use also like a rinse to kind of aid in that process because we want your gums to get healthy. Then we do the other side, and after that, it's kind of like hypertension. It doesn't ever go away, but we can control it and get the gums healthy. We can't, because the bone shrinks. So we can't regrow the bone, we can't regrow the gums, but we can keep it healthy where it's at and make sure that you don't lose more bone. Because when you have periodontal disease, it's kind of like your teeth are in quicksand, so we need to stabilize things. So you would need to come back after you get the therapy every 3 months.
Healthy smile.
Hundreds of battles fought across the continent by the princes of Europe. But history doesn't care who almost won. It only remembers the name on the trophy.
Where does football go from here?
One night to decide it all on the ultimate stage. 30th of May. Stay connected and watch DSTV to catch the UEFA Champions League final. It's on.
Are you ready to explore Ghana? A land of rich heritage,
A land alive with culture. A land of unforgettable adventures. From breathtaking landscapes to wildlife. Festivals and nightlife that never sleeps. But planning the perfect trip can feel overwhelming. Now, everything you need is in one place. With Ghana Tourism Marketplace, you can book hotels, discover tours, rent cars, connect with expert guides, and explore destinations across the country. You can also get tickets for amazing experiences like Movie in the Park at Platinum Bay Hotel, Uncle Ebo White Theatre shows, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park visits, and more. So go ahead, plan your journey and experience Ghana your way. Ghana Tourism Marketplace is brought to you by Ghana Tourism Development Company, your official gateway to discovering Ghana.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Echume, atiti and temia. I was sick home, Debian, you may be I just want my baby to come back to me. Me dog kwabna, or don't from a chichrim me, or don't from me. Children, or don't from me. I'm a wooden me. Ajay, monsonomo, obesima, madani sujeni, baby you are. I feel so lonely. It's your sumba, mekwa kwajina, and kwantaneja. A friend sama for kindo. Mon fame doing brand men, I'm a fino. Or don't from me. I chitrim or or don't from me. I'm a what in me. So what you Jimmy swap? Let me tell my young me da da da. Oh day, my door. Say you what you are, baby I dino. Oh day, momentone, and no never mommy I want to pay. Oh day, so what you Jimmy swap? Me tea my yam me da da da. Oh day me do. Send you much ya, baby I dino. Oh day mommy to ne what and no never mommy I want sepe. Anansisa, anansisa, anansisa. But to me, Anansisa, body, Anansisa, but to me, Anansisa. Et moi qu'on notice du chromocio da da da. Mais tu vois si auto semi. Et moi qu'on notice du chromocio da da da. Ain't coso de dame. Traminia wope. Now touch your bubbles, you're into. Oh, Anansisa, Anansisa, more day, Anansisa, but to me, Anansisa, 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 no day. Rami Shapia Kubino Nami Obebuno Mimpa me wansem Amen Yedo Yehumpa Hey Akuno Bonintino Messi Yekashayo Yet your dots na Baya Febako Tawa Bintino Osini Wafu Ujami Areho And Untino Make Antam be said Or don't want a defeasy dear May she be Ain't your dog come ya No come ya Here I Odokomia, Nobokumia. Odokomia, Nobokumia. Hirame. Love goes where love is. That's what Mama says. But I can't deny that. I don't feel that way. Send me what's out of
Beautiful one from Rama Black, and I'm sure you enjoyed it because we were enjoying it here. I want to say that you're welcome to the second half of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. A very good morning to you once again. I'm Philip Latte.
And my name is Chris Carter. We're excited to be here with you this morning to take you into the second part of the show. We are going to be running from now till 11 a.m., bringing you the best of interviews, the best of content when it even comes to your health, because we're going to have a health discussion later and other things. So we hope that you do stay tuned with us because it's going to be an exciting, informative, and educative one this morning. Anyway, we have some reminders for you. Would like to remind you by first starting to say that a big thank you to each and every one that came out at the family consecration service. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. We called and you came out in your numbers for us to pray together and be renewed in hope and spirit together. So a very big thank you to each and every one of you that came out, and also a big thank you to all listeners, patrons, and viewers of City FM and Channel 1 TV. You made this year's family consecration service a success. And also to all the preachers that went to the podium that day to spread the word and inspire each and every one of us. Thank you so much. You are definitely men of God that are changing lives in different ways. So thank you. This is actually brought to you by City 97.3 FM and supported by Channel 1 TV.
And today will be a fresh episode of the Blanksons, exactly 7:30 p.m. You should be behind your television set and enjoy the new episode of the Blanksons that will be coming your way. This is a Channel 1 TV production, and because we are that kind, we try to bring you repeats as well. On Fridays, 11:30 a.m., Saturdays, 7 p.m., Sundays, 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays, 3 p.m., and Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. So make it a point to enjoy the Blanksons on your screens. Please do not hustle, do not stress. Just enjoy this family drama series. We are happy that we are supported by NASCO, Lizzie Shito Out Mosquito Spray, and Everpack.
All right, and we want to say that an episode for Mama Promotion is still running. Why is it still running? Because Mama's Day is right in the corner, and it's actually on Sunday. So I hope you are getting ready for that episode with Mama.
Happy Mother's Day in advance.
Thank you. I've actually wished a couple of my friends Happy Mother's Day in advance already.
Yeah.
And I've told their kids that they should all join the episode for, with Mama Promotion.
Yeah, because on Sunday we won't be here, so I have to wish you. I should send you a message.
No.
With chocolate.
Send me a gift box.
Okay, we'll see what I can give to you.
Make it food, preferably.
Food. Yeah. While you'll be sleeping on Sunday, I'll send you rice.
No, I don't. No,
I mean, say you
eat something different that day.
Rice on Sundays.
Send me a breakfast box.
Okay.
All those breakfast packages.
Okay, we'll talk about
waffles,
it.
pancakes, sausages,
breakfast
and
box.
tins.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so Sunday.
That's what I like.
Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. So an episode with Mama Promotion. Please make sure that you're part of it.
Yeah. So excitingly, we actually opening the phone lines for you. That's the WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp lines for you actually to send in what Mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices she made, and the action that left an impact on your life. Send it via the WhatsApp number 0539 986 996 0539 986 996, and do not forget to include your name, your number, and your mother's details. This is sponsored by GTP and supported by Takura, and of course, because they're supporting and sponsoring, you definitely might be getting a gift from your mom on this day. So you do not want to miss this exciting promo that we're running on City 97.3 FM. Keep
Exactly.
listening.
So make sure that you show Mama love. But we are preparing for the World Cup and we want to give you that interesting one on screen, which is the World Cup Central. Tomorrow, Friday, exactly 3 p.m., we bring you World Cup Central on TV. The host is Gabi Ofer. Make a date with us so that you know what is happening. You know what the statistics are. You know, because we believe that Ghana is bringing the cup and what Carlos is actually going to do with the team and all that. The countries that are going to be a hindrance to us. Charlie Carlos is really doing well. He's going to do something. Yeah. We understand we have a team where a match with Mexico. Yeah, yesterday I was listening to Gabi. He said it's Mexico.
It's actually Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, in their country it's Mexico.
Mexico.
So it's like the way we say for Spanish, like we say Jose, in their country is Jose.
Jose.
Yeah.
Jose.
So and Jesus, Jesus.
Oh, okay. Like the way we say.
So their J is an H.
H. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
for the Spanish people.
Okay, so Mexico. Okay, so the squad for that game has been listed, but I'm sure we've pushed it on our social media portals and all that. But you get to know the analysis well on World Cup Central tomorrow. So please join World Cup Central tomorrow, Friday, 3 p.m. Gabi Ofer with the team so that they can digest, bisect, analyze, and give you all what you need to know ahead of the World Cup. Yeah.
All right. And do not forget to download the Channel One News app if you want to stay updated with all the current news and information from Ghana and beyond. This is the app for you because you already know that we bring you the real, authentic news, even capturing the ones in your community and beyond. So the Channel One News online app is on Google Play Store. So head there and you can download it right on your phone, basically your Android phone or your Android, pads. So just go there and download each and every one of it.
Download, please do. Now let's bring you trends.
Yeah, so trends, if you're wondering what trends are.
Something happening somewhere. Tell us about it.
Well, unfortunately.
After COVID, there is something happening.
Unfortunately, sadly, and all the words that are associated to sadly and all that. There's another. Well, it's not another. It has come up before, but the hantavirus is back again. And some days ago, I think it was a day ago or 2 days ago, it actually claimed the life of 3 people on a cruise ship. And the ship was carrying 150 passengers, and the crew members were actually dealing with the deadly hantavirus outbreak, where, like I said, 3 people passed. So the 3 passengers were evacuated from the MV Honduras cruise ship after multiple people became sick during the voyage. Health officials say the outbreak had been linked to hantavirus. It's actually a rare disease often carried by rodents. If you're wondering what rodents are, animals that look like rats. Yeah, basically all rats are rodents. So anything that look like rats are rodents. Even bushmeat is a rodent. And the ship is expected to travel to Spain Canary Islands as official work on plans for passengers to return home safely. And another news popped up 16 hours ago where a German passenger on, I think it was KLM, actually died again, and it's linked to hantavirus. And there are some interesting facts, not exciting.
Let me bring you the facts. I'm reading from World Health Organization page, and it's a key facts about hantavirus. Hantaviruses are a group of viruses carried by rodents, like Chris mentioned, that can cause severe disease in humans. 2, people usually get infected through contact with infected rodents or their urine droppings or saliva. Infection with hantaviruses can cause a range of illnesses, including severe disease and death. In the Americas, hantaviruses can cause hantavirus. Chris, unless you mention this word.
Sure.
Yeah, there is a word there. Since you are with the health, I'll just mention the abbreviation. It's HCPS. Maybe go and look out for it. A severe respiratory illnesses with a case fatality rate of up to 50%. And also, it's found in South Americas and is currently known as hantaviruses, for which limited human-to-human transmission among contact has been documented. In Europe and Asia, the hantaviruses cause fever and renal syndrome. This is HFRS. So please read about it.
Wow.
Yeah, read about it so that you would be able to get the information and that you need. Maybe you are traveling to countries that these things are, you would protect yourself and see the kind of vaccines you go in for. I don't know whether they are yet, but if they are, maybe you should try and protect yourself.
I've seen what you're talking about. Yeah. So the hantavirus, the HPS is the hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, and also called the hantavirus cardiopulmonary syndrome. So basically everything that has to do with your lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I know a bit of that, pulmonary or whatever. It has to do with your lungs and, your whole breathing system. Yeah. That's why it's called a respiratory system. But, although they say it's in Asia and most of, and South America and Asia.
In Europe and Asia.
I still think we need to be careful.
Yeah, just be careful.
I still think we
if
need
you're
to
traveling
be
to countries like these.
Exactly, people are traveling. But the good thing is that it's not, it cannot be spread from person to persons. It cannot be spread from person to persons, but I just think everybody needs to still be
But they said once you
careful.
come, it's infected through contact with infected rodents or their urine. Droppings or saliva, so you just have to be careful.
So that means also even when we are
when your
buying,
food is even there,
yeah, and even when we are buying from some shops,
but they've not said it's in Africa yet.
Yes, but it's still rodents. I just think we still need to protect ourselves against rodents, because we go to some shop, you are seeing that people are living with rodents.
Anyway,
yeah,
we are not really health people, so we'll leave it at that. So, Chris, what? Okay, we have comments on this. Let's bring you the comments.
The safest way to deal with it is it will be a sailing hospital, so we don't start another pandemic by bringing them on shore. Why are we making the same mistakes? Did we not learn anything from COVID-19? Let me guess. We need a vaccine and 3 boosters for this.
Or for the vaccine, if it's everywhere, definitely there will be a vaccine that you'll be asked to take one way or the other, and if you're traveling, you have to show a card or something before you move out. So if it's everywhere, certainly for the vaccine, there someone will say dolly you take.
Yeah. So we have another one. Allowing the ship to dock the Canary Island is a bold call. Hopefully all safety protocols are fully in place. I would say the ship should go back and not carry them to Canary Island. Does the ship have rodents and mice?
It could be.
Are they already infected from wherever, or were they already infected from wherever they came from? That's a very good question.
There's these rodents and then maybe mice or whatever it is can actually be in a corner somewhere in the ship for a very long time, and you cannot even, whatever you do, you can't take them out of the place. So you just be careful. You should just be careful.
Yeah.
You should just be careful. Well, the next one on the bill is the Rent Control Department. Yesterday, there was an action that the acting commissioner actually did, led by the acting commissioner, Francis Opoku. So the Rent Control Department announced a nationwide compliance exercise targeting hostel operators across Ghana's tertiary institutions following growing concerns over alleged exploitative pricing, excessive advance rent demands, and arbitrary increases in accommodation fees. The move comes after a formal petition from the National Union of Ghana Students, NUCS, dated April 23, 2026, urging authorities to intervene and enforce the Rent Act 1963 Act 2220 amid rising complaints about hostel costs in university communities. Chris, people are really taking a lot for the hostel this thing.
Of course, and what's making me surprised, or I don't know, I just feel awkward about it, is that why are you acting brand new?
Oh no,
For
once an action must be taken.
No, an action must be taken. This has been happening for a very long time, especially to international students. International students pay from their nose. They're paying dollars. They're paying so much money. And rich kids, the rich kids are the ones that, can even maneuver their way somehow. And then forget international. Now, the locals, only the rich kids can maneuver their way and find a way to pay. But parents are still suffering and have been suffering for a very long time.
But if it's been there for a very long time, doesn't say that it should continue?
It doesn't say it should continue, but why are you now doing like, wow, this is what people are taking? You didn't know.
Let's bring you that video from the acting rights commissioner and when he visited some of the universities on the concerns.
You know, we've gotten to Viking Hostel. Nalent is a private local initiative, and we are here exactly to understand and appreciate what they do here. As I said, we have a petition from NUCS, and students are very much worried. And we are also concerned, the government is concerned about the increments across board in the hostels. So as you all know, we came here today for us to interact with them peacefully and to see if what we heard is what is right or it's not true. Unfortunately, it looks as if they don't want to talk to us. And for us, because we didn't come for any enforcement, we came to interact. There was no need to do any, showing strength here. But what I saw on the list is that hostel per room with about two, students, they are taking two in a room. They are taking 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now we don't understand the methods that they use in pricing, and the only institutions close with the authority and the power to see how prices are set is Rent Control Department. That's why we are here. And clearly they are running away from their evil deeds. That's unfortunate, number one. It's unfortunate. I don't know whether because it's on Legon campus, and I know Legon campus is also above the law. We are aware there are private hostels also on these campuses. And the fact that there are private hostels here does not take them out of the rules of the game. I know very well that if it's about government, we want to write respectful to the Honorable Minister for Education, which I will probably will go and see him and talk to him. But I'm aware that this Viking Hostel is a private entity. And for that reason, it's important that we...
So that is the acting rent commissioner there actually talking about the situation on campus and what he observed. So 10,000 Ghana cedis for two in a room on Legon campus. I'll say that because there is high demand, so certainly you're going to have the prices going high. But according to the law, which is the enforcement of the Rent Act 1963 Act 220, something must be done about it, and that is what the Rent Control Department is actually doing about.
What we're saying in essence that that's the university. So what we're saying in essence that even the university is not following the law.
Well, these are private. It's not a university. It's supposed to be with the private owners who are supposed to go
university,
close to the university.
That's the institution we're supposed to be learning. We're supposed to be learning to follow the law of the. We are supposed to be learning. So the institution. Hey.
Let's bring you comments, Chris. Interesting. Make them go Ivandi and TF. Water not the flow for straight 1 month. No Wi-Fi, but they increase every year. Hey, Ivandi own the vex me pass. No water. Well, interesting. serious exploitation of students. I think students are not angry enough. We need to start a protest. The fees being charged nationwide on an average is enough savings to buy a land. And they know how hostels are in demand, hence the increased price. I told you high demand. High demand, yeah, higher the demand, the higher the price. This simple economics. Simple economics. Look at how she's chasing him to talk off camera. How are you charging that much for 4 and 2 in a room without electricity for hostel? Hey, students and parents are bre. There's a one chekra. Okay, one chekra. I mean, you don't keep long cra. This investigation. Oh no, Machakra. That's what he's trying to say.
Because exactly. So
long.
this person also sounds like me.
This investigation should have been long. Should have been done long time to make the necessary changes. Go to KNU State Campus. I understand they are doing a nationwide thing, so you'll find out from them later. And maybe bring you details on that on the show. This is very serious. So 4 in a room at 3,600 Ghana cedis. And also pay for utilities bill on Mount Ghana. Well, you want to live in a very, well, I wouldn't say that you want to live in a very beautiful and a flashy room. Agreed, but the people would have to also try and do the right thing as
I don't agree with you when you say you want to live in a very beautiful and flashy room. Why are we accustomed to suffering?
True, though.
Why you must suffer? Because
it's believed if you suffer, you learn more. See, if you go and sit in a relaxed, room, you learn.
You see, if we say things like this, that means we are accustomed to suffering.
True.
And when we see, I'm not saying this government, and when we feel like the government is not treating us well, that's when people become very quiet and are used to it. Because yes, we like suffering because we've been suffering for a long time, so we are okay. Abi, if you take a big room, or if you take a room that you are comfortable, then
you sleep, you not learn. You be doing party.
Charlie, no,
you be doing what the hours say.
For me, I feel like sometimes people should be. Should think about the conditions of, students and mothers, and fathers,
True.
Because at the end of the day, yes, this is a school. I think it's not right that every year you should be increasing your rent.
Yeah. It's not right.
We are seeing what's happening in the country. We are seeing what's happening in the world. So why would you want to put that burden on children?
And even not the children, on the parents and guardians.
And you see, and I'm saying children too, because some people, I don't want to call them children because anybody can be in the university. Exactly. So these individuals, some of them are paying their own school fees.
Okay.
Some of them are paying their everything.
We'll talk more about this. Maybe you should put your thoughts together. Hopefully, tomorrow we'll open up the conversation. You understand? We will bring you more of that on the show. So please, the students, prepare. We probably may open the phone lines for us to have a further conversation on this. Whether the hostel fees are reasonable, abnormal, your comments are needed.
All right, so 4 BEC students, candidates were actually caught cheating during the science paper yesterday. And another interesting thing happened. A baby was brought to a nursing mother during the integrated science paper. So the 4 students or 4 candidates, including a pair of twins, were nabbed cheating during the Tuesday's integrated science paper by passing pre-written answers. The 2026 exam on the way for over 620,000 junior high school students have seen heightened anti-cheating measures like external invigilators after last year's teacher's conviction. And WIEX Dr. Rosamond Wilson confirmed investigation and promised sanctions amid online concern over unblurred videos of young teens around 14 and 15 in the footage. Wow. Now, the other one that I talked about, during this exam, in Karachi East District, a family brought a nursing mother's infant inside, causing a brief pause as she tended to it under supervision. The incident highlighted challenges for 15 pregnant girls and 11 nursing mothers among local candidates amid ongoing issues like teenage pregnancy rates around 15% nationwide, higher in rural OT region.
Just this, and also an update to this is that 19 supervisors and invigilators arrested for the BEC malpractice. So we'll be bringing you details of this later, but let's bring you comments of what the 4 BEC candidates constituted, Chris.
All right. Oh, slow. Oh, Charlie, slow. But why bring them on national TV? They're going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives. It's sad, but they should have known better. Yes, I also think when it comes to children or when it comes to underage people, you need to protect them by blurring their faces. Just learn and write what you know. So you have gone to swap examination papers, my brother. And someone asked him, do some before. Why is everyone saying they should let them be? We have legalized exam malpractices and didn't know or something. And I didn't know or something. They should use the same energy on government officials in embezzling state money.
Wow.
No, but this is where it starts from.
Absolutely unnecessary to have cameras in their faces. Okay, so you say. So we'll also be bringing you updates on that later. I'm sure later on the show we'll be bringing you what the BEC has looked like so far. How many invigilators have been arrested in examination malpractice? Maybe teachers as well and also students as well. We're bringing you all that.
Yeah, but kudos to all the pregnant mothers and nursing mothers that went back to write these exams.
And prisoners as well. We understand some prisoners as well.
Kudos to each and every one of them.
So let's bring you the video of the day, and later we transition into an interesting conversation on the show. So is this called How Can You Pass, or each one to himself, God for us, or what exactly is this? This is some serious six inches distance.
It's called Read Your Books.
Read Your Books. On that Read Your Books note, we'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll bring you an interview. You'll go straight into the Ghana Consulting Engineers Association. There is an upcoming event, that is the Africa Infrastructure Conference 2026. Stay with us here, and we'll bring you that conversation.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
We have many songs like Baby Careful in Bomamiete.
Because, hey! And yo!
Ete like me nation habu eshima papa.
What the?
Amieko maye habu foi.
Okay, foi. A foi.
Tu bami dada malapama dada malapama awude devinya banu gbo.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Is it gospel or what?
Pull up, just pull up.
So when you sing a gospel song to a child, it will make them sleep. Okay, let's take it again. What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Maybe cool song.
You say?
Cool song.
You're welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. We told you that we're having an interesting conversation on the show. It's about the Africa Infrastructure Conference 2026, and this is under, let me say the organizers, the Ghana Consulting Engineers Association. They're actually here with us for us to have a conversation on that. In studio is Engineer Kwabena Bimpong, who is the president for the Ghana Consulting Engineers Association. You're welcome. Thank you. We also have Engineer Benedicta Acherko, who is the chairperson, local organizing committee. She has been crisscrossing, doing a lot of things. Then Engineer Batista Nyakun, who is the chairperson, Ghana Consulting Engineers Association, Future Leaders. We'll be asking him details, why the future leaders in there and all that. Let's start with the Engineer Kwabena Bimpong.
Yeah.
What is this conference about, FIDIC 2026?
Okay, thank you very much. FIDIC Africa 2026 conference. FIDIC Africa basically is the grouping of member states of FIDIC. And FIDIC stands for the Federation of Consulting Engineers. It's a French word, but then in English you translate it to that. And this is a group that is over 100 years old.
Wow.
And every year we meet in different countries to have conferences where we have engineering practitioners, we have policymakers, we have financiers coming together to have a common narrative or to have a common conversation concerning infrastructure provision. Because as you may know, Africa currently has an infrastructure gap of between 130 and 170 billion dollars, and we are only able to provide about 60 to 100 billion dollars. So there's a gap, and this is affecting our development, that is economic development. It's affecting provision of jobs, which is very important, and it is having a dire effect on our development as a continent. So this is an opportunity for these stakeholders to come and meet and then share ideas. And what I call that is we have a cross-fertilization of ideas. And those of you who know biology, when there's cross or there's fertilization, it leads to the formation of various zygotes. Sure. And these zygotes, when they are nurtured, will grow and deliver what Africa is looking for. So basically, this is what this conference is about. And it is bringing the whole, I'm saying that it's bringing the whole of Africa to Ghana to have this conversation.
Beautiful, beautiful. Engineer, people have started lecturing already. But let's go to Engineer Benedicta. So share with us the theme of this particular conference. Also, when it's happening and maybe the venue as well.
Okay, thank you. So the theme is Future-Ready Infrastructure, Advancing Africa Through Innovation and Sustainability. Why innovation and sustainability? Because that's where we are heading towards now. That's where we are headed. Most countries, or let's say the continent and globally, we are running out of raw materials. So now whenever we need to develop, it has to be sustainable. And we also have to think of the future generation. And then technology is what we are on now.
True.
Either you hop on it or you are left behind. Yes. So how do we marry the two? Be sustainable and in the use of technology as well. So future-ready infrastructure, advancing Africa through innovation and sustainability. It's happening from the 10th to the 13th of May 2026. But there's a pre-event, which is the Future Leaders Symposium that Baptista will talk about.
Yeah.
That would happen on the 9th of May at the Accra City Hotel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But from the 10th to the 13th, we'll be at the Moving Peak Ambassador Hotel.
And what time does it start?
Each day, 8 to 5.
8 to 5.
But it doesn't end there. We are not just going to be technical, book. Yeah. There are social events as well. So on the 11th in the evening, we'll have a gala dinner. Then on the 12th in the evening, we have something we call local color night, where we bring our culture to bear and everybody goes traditional.
Oh, wow.
So there will only be traditional foods, drink, music. I mean, let's get out of our helmets and boots and
the boots, the safety boots and
yes,
the
get
reflectors.
Soft. Yes.
Let me come to you, Engineer Batista. The future leaders bit of this program. Tell us about that.
Okay.
And the symposium as well.
Future leaders. So FIDIC defines future leaders as young consulting engineers who are 40 years and under. So the thinking for future leaders is when Engineer Bimpong and his squad are no longer available, we should be able to take over. But we can't take over if we don't know what we're going to take over. Sure. So they are supposed to carry us along, teach us their business, teach us what they do, so that when they are not there, we'll be able to take over. So FIDIC dedicates a Future Leaders Symposium. That's like a day for young engineers to come together, discuss ideas, talk about solutions, invite some of the old ones to on board, so they hear what we are saying, they hear where our minds are, hear where our ideas are, and then we all cross-pollinate, and then we all form a beautiful zygote. So we can, yeah. So this year we are going to have during the symposium, we're going to have a panel discussion and then a workshop. Good. So the panel discussion, our theme is Next Gen Infrastructure Built by Africa's Young Engineers. So we are going to have panelists from South Africa, Zambia, Kenya, Ghana, taking us through technologies that they are using in their country and in their specific fields, the results they are getting from it, and also teach their other colleagues how they can hop onto these technologies to enhance their workflows and their processes. During the workshop, we've been blessed to have Atlantic Computers and Electronics Limited on board to take us to the workshop. So what they're going to do is they're going to show us some of the cutting-edge technology out there now, how they can help us, the specific problems they address. True. And then we are going to break out into groups where each group is going to pick a problem and then see a solution that can solve that problem. The thinking is, when you go back to your country, when you go back to your company, you can go back to your CEO and say, oh, I noticed that in our firm we have these problems. These tools will solve these problems. These are the things we can do to learn about these tools and then add these tools to our processes and our workflows. Then that will also help us to innovate, to build sustainably, and then to achieve our theme.
Wow, beautifully said. So, Engineer Mimpon, who are the participants for this event, and which people are we expecting to come grace the event?
Okay, so first, as I mentioned, we have engineering practitioners. And when I say engineering practitioners, I'm looking at the whole value chain of engineering, not just engineers, because you know that we have professional engineers, we have technicians, we even have craftsmen. Then we also have policymakers. And here I'm talking about those in the government institutions who come out with laws and policies that drive engineering. And then, very importantly, as I mentioned, because of the gap, we have financiers. So we have, for instance, the African Development Bank coming. Because you see, these multilateral and bilateral development banks collaborate with us. Because the institution, or the FIDIC as an institution, has contract documents which are used worldwide. And they, of course, you know that they provide funding for projects. And for projects, you need to ensure that you have a balanced contract, you have a contract that is fair, and this is what FIDIC provides for us. So they are going to come on board, and that conversation would, so that we can have ideas on how we can sustainably, provide investment, for infrastructure provision.
Beautiful. Engineer Benedicta, is this the first time we are doing? Okay,
to add on to that, you see, like you said, engineering practitioners, but then also it's infrastructure. Okay. So we also need to look at the social part. You need to look at the legal part and all that. Okay. So we have the legal people on board. You have the environmentalists and the social people also coming in. So it's all people in the built environment.
Do you already have your people? You are still open for registration?
Oh, we are still open for registration.
Okay. So how can one be part of the registration?
Just send an email to info@faic2026.com.
Oh, beautiful.
So info@FAIC2026.com, or just call me 0244 541115.
Repeat
and then we'll have a conversation.
Repeat the number again.
0244 541115.
Beautiful. Is this the first time you are doing this?
No.
This is the
So the first time Ghana got the opportunity to host this was in 2015.
Oh, nice. So that's some 11 years.
11 years.
Oh, that is big.
And it's an 18-member association. That's if you take FIDIC Africa.
Yeah.
And so we actually ballot. You have to fight for it.
Oh, you did?
Yes. So it's not just We actually ballot for it, and so it keeps moving from country to country. So 2 years ago we were in Tanzania, 3 years ago it was in Zambia. Last year there wasn't an African conference because the international conference was held on an African soil. So we have the African conference in May, and then we have the global one in September.
Beautiful.
So when the global one happens on the African soil, then the African conference does not come on.
No, we'll leave the rest for the day. So it's happening on 10th
to 13th of May
at the Mervyn Peck Ambassador Hotel.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much, Engineer Kwabena Bimpon, President of the Ghana Consulting Engineers Association. He's a man that wears many hats. Maybe you know him on the road as well. Then Engineer Benedicta also joined us, who is the Chairperson, Local Organizing Committee, and Engineer Batista.
Jean-Baptista.
Batista. Hey, your name. Your brother is in my class, so I know him. Yeah, MFA.
MFA. Okay.
So, Chairperson, Ghana Consulting Engineers Association, Future Leaders. Make sure that you are part of it and learn more. We will bring you more after this break on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. It's an episode with Mama. Stay tuned.
This Mother's Day, we celebrate a love that never gives up, even when it's tested. Let's celebrate the quiet strength and endless love of our mothers. Think about the outstanding moments with Mama and share them with us in our Mother's Day promotion, An Episode with Mama. Send a message to 0539 986 996 reflecting on that one moment you hurt your mother with a decision, a word, or an action that caused her
We're always grateful that you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We've moved away from that conversation we had to do with FIDIC Africa Conference 2026 happening at the Mervyn Peck Ambassador Hotel from 10 to 13th. Now, we want to talk about an episode with Mama. And in studio, it's event and marketing communications executive here at Channel 1 TV and 97.3 FM, Magdalene Williams. Magdalene, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Philip.
Good morning. You're looking...
Well, you look dapper yourself. Thank you very much.
So you are receiving entries.
So many, Philip. So many of them. I don't even know.
Touching ones.
Very touching ones.
Share with us.
Very touching ones. I think, okay. So I will go through with this one. This story is coming from Bernard. He says, my name is Bernard from Teshi Camp 2. My mother's name is Mary Ashi. She's a selfless woman who gives freely, even to her last. She has raised us 3 boys with so much love and wisdom, teaching us everything regardless of gender. She made sure we lacked nothing in values, discipline, and care. There is something about my mother that still feels unbelievable to me. At a point in my life, someone close to her prepared poison meant for me because they claimed they had seen my future. But my mother, being a woman of faith and deep conviction, took it instead. By the grace of God, she survived, though it affected her health greatly. She has always been prayerful and prophetic. She once spoke over my life that I would become a pastor. And today, by God's grace, I am living in that calling.
Wow.
Mom, I love you deeply. You are my strength, my covering, and my testimony. Even as you battle sickness now, I hold on to faith, believing that God will heal and sustain you so I can celebrate your 80th birthday with you on the coming 12th of July. I love you, Mama, and it's coming from Bernard inside
Teshi come too. This is touching.
I'm telling you, poison.
Poison.
It's only a mother's love and instincts that would allow you to do this.
Wow. And even the
Yeah.
mom said that you will be
You
a
would,
pastor.
and today he is living
In
that
that
calling.
calling.
He is a pastor today as we speak. So the words that, as the Bible says, the words that come out of your mouth are very powerful. So you just don't have to, utter
Say
words
anything at all,
loosely
yeah.
like that. Whatever you speak, it eventually comes to
Yeah.
pass. And
Wow.
today he is indeed
He
a
is.
pastor. So,
Interesting. Another one.
Let's see if there's another one. Okay, we can do this.
Maybe after this, then we talk about what people need to do to bring you more entries.
Yes. She says that, please, I'm a single disabled parent, the mother and at the same time father and parent to my daughter, my younger siblings going through all of this alone. Staying in Accra, carrying many responsibilities as a single parent is not an easy task. I'm a regular listener to City FM I've been a regular listener since 2015 when I came to Accra. I plead with City FM to celebrate me this Mother's Day, to at least encourage and put a smile on my face. In fact, I'm going through depression each and every day with the numerous bills, but I know it's going to be well. Happy Mother's Day to myself. Her name is Aloji Rebecca.
So she wrote this one for herself.
For herself, because she is a mother to her own children, as well as a father to her own children, and a mother and father to her younger siblings. And she is a disabled parent.
Whoa.
Playing both a motherly role and a fatherly role at the same time. No help from anyone. And there are several of these. So many.
So how can one be part of this?
Well, it's simple. Yeah. You should send us a message telling that some of the things that your mom has done for you. Could be, an impact that she had on your life, what your mother chose to forgive, even though it wasn't that sort of compulsory or easy for her to, but she was able to do that. The sacrifice she has made towards you and your siblings or the family and all of that, and something that is still influencing your life till today. So we are telling you that send us a message. Listen, we know you have so many stories to tell, so many experiences with your mother, but please make it very summarized and don't write us a thesis. Okay, so you send this message to this number on WhatsApp, that is 0539 986 996. I'll take it again, 0539 986 996. Send the message to us. There's a whole team that will go through everything, and who knows, maybe you might be part of the top 10 who will be announced tomorrow on the air. Make sure you are adding your name, your number, and then your mother's name as you send in your entry.
Interesting. You know what? We'll bring you here next time for us to read a lot of
I think that would be great.
Then
that would
you
be great.
See some of the things that people are saying about their mothers. But like Magdalene has said, please make sure that your entries will keep coming. Sunday is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day in advance. So Magdalene Williams, Event Marketing and Communications Executive here at Channel 1 TV, City 97.3 FM, helped us understand and also shared with us some of the entries, the episode with Mama. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. Next is Doctor in the House.
Hello guys, you are all welcome to a brand episode of Doctor in the House right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Chris Carter. I'm always excited to be here with you because if you're joining us for the first time, I'd like to remind you that this is, the show that feels like a consultation before the main consultation. And the main consultation might be you might have to go to the hospital. Yes, so we get to learn a lot about our health, even how to manage some of the symptoms that we already have or some of the conditions that we're already going through. And also, it feels like a mini medical school because we learn a lot. And if you've been following us, of course, I'm sure some of you already have your writing pads that you write some of these things, so it has to stick there. Well, we are about to start a new series. It's all about series. Last week, we ended our series with the eyes, and I'm sure you enjoyed everything we had to say about our eyes and knowing how to manage some of our conditions. And also, we've advised you that if you have some problems that you do not understand when it comes to your eyes, please visit the hospital. So we are about to start another conversation again. That's going to take a couple of weeks. So our doctor in the house today is Mr. Ebo Daniels, who is the director at Solace Hospital Trade Fair La Accra. Ebo Daniels is a leading voice in preventive healthcare in Ghana, focused on shifting the mindset from treating illness to preventing it. With over a decade of experience in clinical medicine, public health, and corporate wellness, he leads impactful workplace health initiatives at Solace Hospital, helping thousands take control of their health before disease strike. He also champions the Switch Health movement, switching from healthcare to preventive health, driving the national shift toward early detection and long-term wellness. Guided by Albert Einstein's word, a clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. He promotes a simple approach: educate, measure, and manage. So whatever we're going to be doing today, in the long run, it's all about educating, measuring, and managing. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
You are welcome to Doctor in the House.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, remember that you can be part of the conversation by sending in all your questions to him via the WhatsApp number on the screen. And it's all going to be around everything that we're going to be discussing about. Now, let's get straight into what we're going to be discussing about. So often, a lot of people take their health for granted and until something actually goes wrong. So let me give a scenario. You will see a very strong person, living his dreams. He has a family, he has friends, he has children, he has everything. And it seems like everything is working perfectly for him. Then one day, something strikes and he gets to the hospital. And that's where he hears some devastating news about his health. So we're going to get straight into that conversation. And Mr. Ebo White is going to be breaking down everything for us. Now, in health, let me start. In health, should we focus more on treating the diseases or preventing them altogether?
So thank you very much, Chris, for this opportunity. Before I start, I want to say a few thanks. I want to thank Mr. Samens. He actually occasioned this program, and I'm very grateful for that. And I also want to thank the whole Channel 1 family for making this program successful. I've been having a lot of calls from Helen Grace, 2 names.
Oh yeah, Helen Grace, she's great.
Yesterday, Madam Apia called me to make sure everything was prepared. She asked me whether I was prepared. I said yes, but I remember that I hadn't gone for a haircut.
So now you've gone for your haircut?
I've gone for my haircut. Okay. So I'm totally prepared now.
So we are good now.
Yes. All and then also, I want to thank everyone who has made sure this program is coming live. And because it's a new series, I'm sure we are going to have a lot of new listeners. So everyone who's tuned into this program, we are very grateful they've given us their treasured time, not their leisure time to listen to it. And all I'll say is it's a program that is going to cause a national shift, where we will shift from the traditional healthcare system to the preventive health. So it actually segues into your question about should we wait for conditions to appear before we manage them? The foundation of this episode is actually the philosophy on which Switch Health runs. And the quote you talked about,
by Albert Einstein.
That is the foundation on which we act. A clever person solves a problem, and a wise person does what? avoids it.
Avoids it.
That is where we.
So we are trying to be wise at this point.
Wise, yeah.
You want us to be wise.
Very wise.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the foundation, and I'm saying this because in most parts of the world, and especially in this part of the world, we've reduced medicine to the traditional system where people are sick and they go to the hospital. So most people only go to the hospital when they are sick. We want to change that paradigm, where people now see health as something that can be proactively lived. Proactively lived in the sense that if you are able to do A, B, C, D, which this program is actually set to dissect, you'll be able to prevent most medical conditions that people are having. So we want to make sure that we prevent instead of what? Cure or even manage. I'm normally very baffled when I hear most medical facilities say, oh, now we are able to do kidney transplants. Now we are able to do dialysis. Chris, who wants to do a kidney transplant?
I don't want to. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was reading somebody's issue on the internet. I was like, I don't want to.
Very good.
I don't want to.
Who wants to do a dialysis?
I don't want to. When I hear the prices, I don't want to.
Even the quality of life that those procedures put you on, it's terrible. So we want to make sure that we don't go for cures or management, but we even prevent it. And if you live in a country where resources on health are actually like in this part of the world, your best bet towards health is prevention and not thinking that when you are sick, you'll be able to get the care that you need. So that is why we think prevention should be the way we should all focus on. Yeah.
All right. So now, why do so many people actually take their health for granted? I give a scenario of a big man, doing well, everything is fine, and then one day he just breaks down. So why do you think people actually take their health for granted?
Okay. I normally call it 3 syndromes. 3 syndromes in the sense that the first thing normally people take their health for granted is there's this I am busy syndrome.
Oh, that hits me.
I am busy syndrome is the first one. And this normally, the culprits are normally the corporate elite. Every day is work.
Every day is work. Okay.
You understand, right? So because of that, they are so busy, they don't make time for their health. So that's the first syndrome.
Okay.
But I always say that don't be so busy building your career such that you neglect your health.
Yeah.
Because your career or whatever you want to do is actually founded on your health. So if you neglect your career whilst climbing the corporate ladder, know that the ladder that you are climbing on is fueled by your health.
Yeah.
So the day that health is not there, that ladder will crumble. So I think in this part of it, people always say the day you drop there, somebody replaces you.
Always. If something happens to you, you'll be replaced. Everybody will say sorry to your kids, sorry to your wife, sorry to your family, and then
after a month, it's gone.
Yeah,
life goes on.
Everybody forgets you.
So whilst we are trying to build our corporate careers, climb the corporate ladder and all that, let's also make sure the foundation on which this is built is well taken care of. So that's where we talk about the work-life balance and what. So that's the first thing. I'm too busy career. The second thing that most people neglect their health is based on the fact that they think that they are fine.
Right.
I feel okay.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Or there's
you.
always that line, but I was fine yesterday. I didn't feel anyhow, and then this happened all of a sudden.
Very good. So because they feel they are fine, they don't see the need to, go for any medical checkups and all that. But unfortunately, most of the conditions that strike us are normally silent. We call them silent killers. Malaria, when you have it, you don't even bother us.
Yeah.
You are malaria doctors already. You go to your pharmacy, buy your medications. Because it's an acute condition.
Yeah.
Symptoms come acutely. So quickly you rush to the hospital.
And sometimes you already know your symptoms.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you don't pay consultation to us. You go straight to the pharmacy. And get your medications.
Yeah.
But most of the conditions that actually devastate us are not loud. They are silent. Hypertension is very good. It builds very gradually. Hypertension is low. Diabetes is low. High cholesterol is low. Weight you may see. Stress.
Yeah.
You may not even know you are stressed. But all these conditions form a milieu.
So did you say weight?
Weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you may see weight.
Yeah,
so,
you may see weight. And I think some people like is it visceral fat?
Yeah. Around the truncal region.
Around the truncal region. I know they are very dangerous too.
Yes.
Some people see it as good living.
Some say once you can expose a pot belly, it means you are very right. But the fact is that the metabolic changes that are going on are not something you want to have. So it's better you let it disappear. Right. So the I feel fine syndrome is another reason why most people don't see the need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But those silent conditions we mentioned, the day they become loud, their noise is not good.
Yeah.
Their noise is devastating. People may come down with strokes. They come down with heart attacks. That is where people will have to need dialysis.
Yeah.
Chronic hypertension.
And it affects the whole family too.
The whole family. The expenses is just one. The quality of life. You can't travel to places where you don't have dialysis machines and all that. So that is the issue. So the day silent conditions become loud, the noise is just unbearable. And for some people, it's unfortunate. The noise could just be that you are gone.
At once?
At once.
Because you didn't know?
You didn't know. So sudden.
You were too busy?
You were too busy. You felt you were fine. Then the next thing is also, I'll do it later syndrome.
Oh, yeah. That one there, the procrastination, especially
the procrastination.
with our health.
Because it's not acute.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do it next week.
Very good. Because of the procrastination, they keep procrastinating until the day when things just get so bad.
Yeah.
The last thing is not a syndrome per se. Maybe it's based on resources. If you are in a place where the resources are not there to seek, then that's where the challenge comes. But what we are trying to do
But I think that's one of our biggest challenges, don't you think so? Apart from,
the
I'm
attitude
busy.
now.
Yes, because I feel like in 2026, a lot of people have come to know more about their health because of, shows
Programs
like this, the internet, and, people telling their stories. But I feel like
the resources.
The resources, man. You go to the hospital, they
I
give you
get
the bill, and you're like, hey.
This one. Are you buying life? So you are right in some way. But let me also tell you, we do a lot of work with corporate institutions. So we have partnerships with virtually all the insurance companies in this country. We do their annual wellness screenings for them. And these things are normally sponsored by the insurance companies. You can actually set your team to a place to do the screenings. You get there, and even though the access, the resource to do the screening, that the annual wellness screening is there, somebody will tell you the 3 things I mentioned. I'm busy, I'm fine, I'll do it later. So the resources sometimes may be there. But attitudinal challenges prevent people from actually doing the right thing. And another thing we should actually talk about is the education. That's why I'm proud to be here, because it's a platform on which globally we can use to transform minds. So I want to see this program as a program of transformation. It's not just going to be a medical school or we giving information. We want people to be impacted by this program. By the end of this series, by the end of all the episodes which we are doing, people should still be alive because you and I, and then the whole team did this. People should not suffer strokes. People should not suffer heart attacks or go on dialysis or expensive medical procedures because of a show like this. So that is the transformation we want to bring here.
That's very good, and also that's very thoughtful. Now you talked about work, and you mentioned work-life balance. When you talk to some people, they tell you there's nothing like work-life balance. People that maybe are already there, people that are inspiring people that people are watching, people want to be like them. And when you ask them questions like, young ones ask them questions, how'd you do it? Like, what's your work-life balance? And they tell you there's no work-life balance. Now I want to hear it from you, who's a medical professional. Is there work-life balance?
All right. So let's assume life in, let's say, just 5 balls. And of these balls, we have the glass balls and then the rubber balls. If health, your life, your family, your friends, your finances are all supposed to be equated to these balls, our listeners out there, what will they equate health to? What will they equate their health to? Will it be a rubber or glass ball? And in life, we are supposed to juggle all these balls together. You're supposed to take care of your family, take care of your finances, your spirituality, your life, your work. So if we are going to equate them to balls, health will be a glass ball.
With the glass, because when it breaks, everything is over.
Some people, when it breaks, you can't even put the shutters together. It's gone. That's why they die. If you equate work, what will it be? It will be a rubber.
Rubber ball.
I always, excuse my language, see some people are corporate prostitutes. They move from one career to the other. So you can leave one job and go to another one. Because if one ball drops, it bounces back. That's the rubber ball. That's the work. Good. So if you look at it from that angle, then you now ask yourself, how do people treat their health? This morning, we are all at work. We've clocked in at 7:30, at 5 we go home. But when you ask people, when was the last time you exercised?
They don't exercise.
When was the last time you fasted? When was the last time you took a good rest? So in as much as work is a rubber ball, we treat it as if it's a glass ball. And then the life that is actually glass is treated as if it's rubber.
Yeah.
So if you don't balance the two, like I said, you'll be climbing your corporate career. I know a lot of people who've died at the acme of their careers.
So they've worked so hard, and then when they get there, and that's
then
it.
they're gone. And that is the point where
they
people
don't even
say, enjoy it. So if you ask somebody and say there's nothing like work-life balance, then I think this analogy helps. They should compare the two. Is it glass or rubber? And that will help solve the problem.
So basically, we should all make time for everything that matters.
Yes. But we have rather equated the work to the rubber. Sorry, the glass.
The glass.
And then the glass to the rubber. And that's why we are having crashes.
Yeah.
Young people. You go to a lot of neighborhoods and then they display this funeral, what a shock. And very young people.
Yeah.
And some of them are so funny. At long last, I don't know whether they were waiting for the person to die.
They probably don't understand.
So that is the issue, yeah.
Right. Now, can someone actually look healthy outwardly? Like me, I look healthy outwardly.
You do.
Yeah. And inside, there is a serious damage going on.
Very, very sure. And it's all because of the silent nature of the conditions that actually destroy us.
So we're talking about like
the hypertension,
the high cholesterol,
diabetes. They're silent.
Yeah, and I also heard once from another doctor that all these three things that you just mentioned, they also have a way of linking it. I mean, it also links to your liver, your kidney, different parts of your body can actually shut down.
That's true. So your body is actually a system. God created it so intelligently. If you have a headache now, it affects every aspect of your being. If your sugar is up, it affects your kidneys, it affects your blood everywhere. The worst one is diabetes. When you have diabetes, it affects your eyes.
It affects your eyes,
it affects your
nerves.
Feet. It affects other essential organs.
I understand this one. Bills. Yeah, I know this one. I know this one in particular.
With the bills, you understand. So it affects everything. And because the effects are insidious, it takes a long period of time before you realize it. Most people take it for granted. That is why the urge to look for medical intervention is ignored. So the body is actually a whole system that is interdependent on each other. So when you have any of these three, and when you have the three, we call it metabolic syndrome, hypertension, diabetes, and all that.
You can have the three.
People have it.
The three at the same time?
At the same time, hypertension. So there are people who are pain medications.
Wow, one is already bad enough and you have three of them.
And you know the law of synergy. If you have one thing that will destroy you, and you end up having three, then you're actually quickening your steps to complications.
You're definitely shutting down your body.
Very good. So that is why we have a lot of people going on kidney dialysis now, because they have diabetes. They never know.
Unresolved diabetes or undiagnosed diabetes.
Undiagnosed. Yeah. And sometimes when they even know and you give them the medications,
they don't want it.
They don't want to take it. The men don't want to take the BP medication because they think they will not be able to,
It affects down there.
For the decency of the program, I'm very decent, so.
It's medicine. It's medicine. Let's call it what it is. It's affect their manhood.
My clinical operations manager has warned me that I shouldn't come and do anything
don't worry. I mean, at least we're learning, because if we put codes on it, not everybody will really understand.
That's true.
So we can we can call them their medical names.
Yeah. So erectile dysfunction is one of them. If you have chronic diabetes, erectile dysfunction.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So that's a challenge. So there are a lot
of
men.
I know about the eyes and your nerves.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There are people who, when they step on needles or nails, they will not feel it.
Yeah.
There's something called diabetic neuropathy.
Yes,
it's gone.
I know that. I know that because it's in my family. So there are diabetics in my family. So I understand the damage that it has done, and it actually does to some of them.
Very good.
Yeah. So I'm very, very careful.
Very good. So just like the diagram there. This is a normal vessel. This is a vessel that has started accumulating plaque because of high cholesterol. And when it accumulates to the point where the diameter, like you can see there, it's so narrowed.
Yeah, it becomes very thin.
Very thin.
So it's covering. Oh, that's what happens.
And this is a vessel probably supplying the brain. And when it's in the brain, that's where you get a stroke.
So we're looking at this one. What we're looking at is the high cholesterol part.
High cholesterol part, just the high cholesterol.
So this is what
if
it
it happens in your brain, you get a stroke. So that's how stroke forms. The vessel is beautifully like that. Then it starts forming the plaque, the yellow stuff you see there. Then one day, total blockage, you get a stroke. That's what we call the ischemic stroke.
All right, now, all these three things that you've mentioned, these three conditions, what organs are usually affected first?
The organs that get affected, and it's normally the two, the kidney and then the liver. For cholesterol, you start having a lot of what we call fatty liver disease.
Yeah.
Fatty liver is one of them. And then you can also have some of the enzymes going up. And if you don't manage it, you can go into what we call liver cirrhosis, and then the liver fails. And the liver is only one organ. The kidney, there are two. If one is up there, one. And then the kidney is the second organ that gets affected.
Yeah.
So when you hear somebody's on dialysis, it was not a sudden thing.
Yeah.
It meant that something started going on insidiously and then ignored, and then they get it. So these are the main organs. The major organs, because they are involved in your metabolism. They clear all the toxic waste from your system.
Right.
But other organs, like we mentioned, your eyes, your reproductive organs, everywhere, your feet, they all get affected. But these two are the ones that normally, when they are affected, the quality of life of the individual gets very devastated.
Wow. Now, talking about the individuals, a lot of individuals are now high-performing professionals, or people want to be in that category of high-performing professionals, because obviously they're looking at themselves in the future, being on a certain level and having some sort of lifestyle. But are they more prone to neglecting their health? People in this category. I'm saying people, like I'm perhaps all of us.
I know, right? You are very right. They are the chief culprits, if I may put it that way. And it's all because of that passion, that drive to achieve something. God made us all.
Well, what are some of the things that you hear in the hospital when they come and there are issues? What excuse do they give?
The excuse are the three things I told you.
I'm busy.
I'm busy. I feel fine.
Thought
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Those are the things that normally, those are the main excuses that normally they tell you. Yeah.
Let's talk about stress.
Yeah.
How dangerous is chronic stress?
Thankfully, stress is going to be one of the topics we'll be dissecting very well. Stress causes most of the conditions I told you.
Hey.
Stress is linked to hypertension. Stress is linked to high cholesterol. And high cholesterol.
Wait, stress is linked to high cholesterol?
Oh, yes.
So it's not just about the food.
No,
Stress too?
Stress. There are people who, so you may be eating right.
I need to relax. I need to relax. I eat right. I do everything right. But
the stress. Oh, stress. When we do the topic on stress, you'll be amazed. Stress is actually the silent killer that most people ignore. And you know, we normally normalize stress. Oh, stress is part of life. Will you ever say your enemy is normal?
No.
Stress is your enemy.
I no longer normalize it.
So
I used to.
So you've awakened.
Yeah, until it caused me some problems.
Good.
So I no longer.
So people normalize it.
Wow.
And stress can cause all those three things. You see, stress is a hormonal thing. That's what people don't get. When you are stressed, you release a hormone called, there are two main hormones that are released. One is called cortisol.
Yeah, cortisol.
Very nice name.
That's the bad one. That's the bad one, right?
It's very bad.
Yeah.
Cortisol. And then the second one that is released is called adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Cortisol,
that's the energy.
Very good.
Yeah.
So that's why high-performing individuals, because of the stress, the energy is there. So they call them adrenaline junkies. They are happy, but don't be happy. You need to.
Oh, you should not be happy with adrenaline. Too much of adrenaline.
How can you say you are an adrenaline junkie?
Okay, so which one should we want more? Dopamine?
Good. But the issue is that there are other hormones that helps you to even sleep. Melatonin, and then endorphins. Endorphins, when you're happy, they are released.
Yeah.
Now, what cortisol causes it? Cortisol increases your cholesterol levels. So the stress cholesterol link is because of the hormone cortisol.
Doc, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yes. That's why.
And now I think I need to go to the hospital to check my cholesterol.
I'll carry along when I'm going.
Honestly. Because I feel I do everything right. But my stress I need to manage.
That's true.
Now you're telling me stress can actually cause your cholesterol level
to go up. Because of the cortisol. And now look at how stress causes hypertension. Stress increases the adrenaline level. Adrenaline causes your pulse rate, the rate at which your heart is beating, to go up. And when the heart rate goes up, it correlates with your blood pressure. The blood pressure also goes up. So stress, I'm just giving you two. Stress causes high cholesterol and high blood pressure. The third one, you would not like to hear it. Stress decreases your immune system.
Yeah, that one I think I know.
Why are a lot of people coming down with cancers now? Have you thought about it?
Yeah.
It's stress.
Yes.
Because you are stressed, the immune system is down.
It's suppressing.
It's supposed to fight infections and all that. So these are just three.
Doc, we actually have like a question for you here. I always wake up tired. What's wrong with me? This is now from Teshi.
Poor sleep.
Poor sleep. Now that's it. Poor sleep.
Poor sleep.
8 hours of sleep, right?
8 hours and uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
But the challenge we have now is we have movements. This is the Switch Health movement, which is a very positive one. The other movements that middle of the night they wake up to do all kinds of things. I won't mention names. Joel is warning me that I shouldn't mention it. You know, maybe I will be besieged here.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you break the continuity of your sleep. So don't sleep and then in the middle of the night you wake up to do anything.
But I wake up to pee. Is that all right?
Don't drink the water before you go and sleep.
Oh, that's the mistake I do. I always take my magnesium when I'm about to sleep.
And so that's something we should talk about. People drink a lot of water before sleeping, and then they end up waking up.
Yeah.
You've just disrupted the sleep.
Oh, no wonder. I think I'm not. No wonder.
So
no wonder I feel that sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, what does preventive health care really mean?
Preventive health care is something Solace Hospital is actually championing, like I told you. We've actually acronymed it or christened it Switch Health, where we want people to switch from healthcare to preventive health. And there are three main thematic areas we are focusing on. That's the educate, measure, manage. So that is why we being part of this platform, we are really, really excited because it's aligns with the educational aspect of it. Last year, we gave over 100 health talks to corporate institutions in this country. So we think that this medium is going to even help us explode and get to a lot of people.
You will explode in Jesus' name. Right? How much sleep is truly enough for optimal health? 8 hours is not enough. This is Kofi from Tuba.
Oh, boy.
Kofi said 8 hours.
He does the 8, but still.
You know they work.
He should also check the stress levels.
Yeah.
But when you're so stressed, you can still have the 8 hours and not.
You know, I feel like when you're stressed, it's in your head even when you're sleeping.
That's true. You'll be having these dreams. And some people go to work still, to sleep still working. They are still thinking about. And stop watching, get some digital hygiene before sleeping.
Yes, I think that's another problem.
You know, when you watch a horror movie before you go and sleep, you sleep and then you are replaying all the scenes. So that's one thing that anything 30 minutes before sleep, don't touch your phone.
Right.
Digital silence.
Right. So we're almost getting to the end, but I have one question here. Can daily habits actually, truly extend and improve the quality of life that we want to live?
Definitely. Let me just list them. One, you being physically active. Not being physically active takes 12 years from your life. I know most people are surprised. 12 years.
12 years if you're not physically active.
It takes 12 years.
So those who don't work out, don't move around, don't walk and all that.
Because your blood pressure is going to go up, your sugar, your weight is going to go up. Stress is the second one. Social isolation is the next one.
Social isolation?
Yes.
So, and all this, I'm a one-man soldier is not a good thing.
It's a song, but don't dance to it like that.
You should not do it. You should have friends, have a community, have people to talk to.
Yeah, it's very important. So social isolation, it even leads to depression if you are not careful. So physical activity is very important.
Right.
And then you also exercising, drinking lots of water, adequate sleep, very, very important. And then moderation in everything.
Right. Okay. Now, the tip of the week, Doc.
I want to say that there's this quote that I love so much, that a healthy man has 1,000 dreams, but a sick person has only one. And the only one, Chris, as you can guess, is to be healthy. But why would you want to live your life just thinking about when will I be healthy? We are created to be co-creators, do things. But if your life is reduced to just thinking about one thing, which is being healthy, I don't think that's the best thing. So let's make sure we invest in our health, because that is the foundation on which all our dreams can be achieved there.
And my team has also given me one. Silent conditions are building quietly until one day it's a stroke or a heart attack. Check your numbers before they checkmate you. Checkmate. So, Doc, one last one. It will be unfair to read this person's. Oh, this from Ajo. I wake up every morning with a headache.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Sleep.
Hey, a lot of us are not sleeping well.
They are not sleeping well.
All right.
You see, when you want to know the importance of sleep, go for an all night.
Yeah. I like sleep.
Go for an all night. Then you know
like
the
sleep.
Importance.
All right, so we're going to be doing part 2 of this next week, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. So you definitely do not want to miss us here next week. It happens every Thursday at 10 p.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 10:30. So please make a date with us right here on Channel 1 TV. But the doctor in the house is Dr. Ebo Daniels, Medical Director at Solace Hospital. Doc, where is Solace Hospital?
Solace Hospital is located at Trade Fair on the Gifford Road. So when you're from 37 Bemakam, Trade Fair towards La Palm, just 100 meters from La Palm, it's on the right. We are in the same building with CBG Bank.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just a place that you can easily locate.
How can people reach out? Are there phone numbers? Okay, that's the phone number.
So if you want to be part of the Switch Health movement, which we have launched today at Channel 1 TV, this is the number you can reach us through. And when you join us,
103-2106.
When you join us, you become a proud switcher. And we have a lot of guests for proud switchers like you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm taking you to do your medicals.
Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much. So it's been nice having this conversation with Dr. Ebo Daniels. It has been very insightful, and I'm sure it's also insightful for you. But like I said, there's going to be part 2 of this conversation next Thursday, so you do not want to miss it right here on Channel 1 TV. This has been Doctor in the House.
Well, hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly powered by GhanaWeekend.com to bring you the freshest entertainment stories today. I am Ni Komite Kome. Now to our first highlight. Afrobeat star Kiddy has officially confirmed his exit from Lynx Entertainment, marking an end of a defining chapter in his music career. In a video cited by Ghana Weekend on Wednesday, May 6, the Lomo Lomo hitmaker made a revelation during a TikTok live session with blogger Code Mickey. Kiddy disclosed that he is no longer signed to the label and is now operating fully as an independent artist. According to the singer, his transition away from Lynx Entertainment began as far back as July 2025. Around the release of Gymnastic, his collaboration with Olive the Boy and Kojo Black. He explained that the record marked the beginning of his exit phase after years of success with the label. During the Lomo Lomo days, I was there. Gymnastic was my exit, he confirmed. Since going independent, Kiddy has already dropped a new single titled Signature, a collaboration with Lasmith, which is going strong and gaining traction among music lovers. Kiddy's departure from Lynx Entertainment brings to a close a successful era that once saw him rise into one of Ghana's leading Afrobeat exports, delivering multiple hit songs and award-winning projects under the label. As he steps into this new phase as an independent artist, all eyes will be on Kiddy to see how he evolves and navigates the next stage of his career.
I don't know whether a perception be or system. The Bena Felice so be free links now say as a hit no anything. But what be a clear case bet my address issue where my the pass I was free. Almost what free ho. There are days now and I know
I was there.
And I think that the last one about only a gymnastics now.
That was my exit.
Now to our second highlight. Afrobeat star Kelvin Boy has officially announced his upcoming album titled Second Step, signaling a new phase in his musical journey. Now the announcement was made during his appearance on The Big Conversation on 3 Music TV, where the singer opened up about the inspiration behind the project. Speaking on the program, Kelvin Boy described the album as a deeply personal body of work shaped by growth, resilience, and life experiences. My album is called Second Step. You are getting a wounded lion with a bit of love, he revealed. The The statement points to a project that blends vulnerability with strength, with themes expected to explore struggle, healing, and personal evolution. Now known for his smooth vocals and relatable storytelling, Kelvin Boy is widely regarded for his ability to connect emotionally with listeners, something fans anticipate will be evident throughout the new album. Although key details such as the release date, track list, and featured artists have not yet been disclosed, anticipation is steadily building. Second Step is expected to mark his third studio album, adding another chapter to his growing catalog. To our third highlight, the 27th edition of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards TGMA is set to take place on Saturday, May 9, bringing together some of the biggest names in Ghanaian music for what is widely regarded as the country's biggest music night. Organized by Charterhouse, the annual awards scheme celebrates outstanding achievements across various music genres, with the coveted Artist of the Year prize expected to be the highlight of the evening. Ahead of the event, organizers have unveiled a lineup of performers expected to light up the stage. The list features popular acts including R2B's Last Mid, Wendy Shea, gospel singer PSA Esther, Medical, Black Sherif, and Nigerian artist Fido. The awards night is expected to deliver a blend of electrifying performances and competitive wins, as industry players and fans alike look forward to celebrating the best of Ghanaian music. Now to our fourth highlight. Afrobeat superstar Davido has announced a temporary break from music as he shifts focus to politics ahead of 2026 Osun State governorship election. The Grammy-nominated artist revealed he will pause his music career for 2 months to campaign for the re-election of his uncle, Governor Ademola Adeleke. Davido made the announcement on Tuesday, May 5 in Ede during the inauguration of the Imoli Youth Campaign Mobilization Team, a committee he currently chairs. According to him, the move is aimed at strengthening grassroots support and energizing youth participation across the state. I have put my musical career on hold for 2 months to come and work for my uncle, not only because he is my uncle, but also because he is doing a good job and still has more to accomplish. The job is not done, Davido stated. He emphasized the importance of mobilization team, describing it as a key driver in connecting with young voters and expanding the campaign's reach. We are all here to support him to win the election with our influence. This is one of the most important committees because it focuses on youth, he added. Davido further urged members of the team to intensify efforts through door-to-door campaigns across all local government areas. Let us carry out door-to-door mobilization across all local government, showcasing what the governor has achieved and what he intends to do. Engage people within your communities and communicate the governance programs effectively, he urged. Now, Davido's move highlights the growing intersection between entertainment influence and political engagement as he leverages his platform to support youth-driven participation ahead of the elections. And that's a wrap on today's entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly powered by GhanaWeekend.com. Now you know we've got you covered, from the hottest music releases to exclusive celebrity updates. Stay tuned, stay connected, and keep your finger on the pulse of the world's entertainment. For more stories, behind-the-scenes content, and the latest updates, visit GhanaWeekend.com. Until next time, keep enjoying the vibes. I am Ni Komite Kome.
All right, welcome back. And that was our entertainment highlight of the day. And you can follow for more on Ghana Weekend. They're on social media and they also have a YouTube channel, which you definitely want to subscribe on to follow everything entertainment. Anyway, we have another conversation and it's still a health conversation, but this time mixed with Mother's Day. Mother's Day is right in the corner. It's on Sunday. And if you want to do something great for your mom, I think you should also listen to this, and maybe you would really enjoy it, and mom might actually benefit from it. So in studio, we have Martin Banzi, who's a health officer at the University of Ghana Medical School, and he is health officer at the University of Ghana Medical Students Association. And we have Angela Ode. I was going to say Ode, but she'll correct me. Ode, who's a multiple blood donor at the University of Ghana Medical School. Wow, you are all welcome.
Thank you.
So, why are we here today? Who should I start with? I'm going to start with you. She's a donor. You tell me.
All right. Thank you for having us this morning.
Yeah.
We are here this morning because, like we said, we have Mother's Day on Sunday coming up, and everyone is trying to get their mother something special. We in the medical school also want to do something special, but in our own way of giving, we wanted to do a blood donation for them. We are medical students. We are in our 5th year clinical year. I myself and we are in the same class, and we realized that in the medical school and in the hospital we're working, specifically Kolebu Teaching Hospital, there are patients that come there. That's the foremost referral center in Ghana. So usually that's basically like the last stop. And one of the issues we've discovered is that there's usually lack of blood, especially at the obstetric and gynecology units. And
especially in the obstetric and gynecology units. So basically more of women.
More of women, yes. Yes.
So we don't have blood for women.
No, there are always shortages. There are always shortages. You know, there are always shortages. You can, cause people can come in an emergency, and then usually if you do your ANC antenatal, they ask you to donate some 2 units down. But there are cases where people come in an emergency, or even the 2 units that you have in an emergency, like a postpartum hemorrhage, basically where the woman is hemorrhaging blood.
Postpartum. So there's something called postpartum hemorrhage.
Yes.
So that's after the baby is out, because postpartum is after the baby is out.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yes.
And the hemorrhage is bleeding.
Bleeding. So usually in a case like that, it's a horrendous situation where the woman is losing. You need about 6 to 8 units of blood to be able to save it, and most of the time there's never really enough blood at the obstetric and gynecology department, where the last time, every month they use about 350 to 360 units of blood every month at just that department alone. So we decided that since this is Mother's Day, we wanted to come on board and ensure that we give something to our mothers by giving our blood to them.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Whoever came up with this has really done well. I think it's very thoughtful, and it's a nice way to help mothers. But Angela, you have been a blood donor, and I'm sure people are watching, and I'm sure people also feel the same way. I feel, oh, this is so sweet, but how do I donate blood? I might be a very skinny person, just like, Angela, who's on the petite side, and if I donate blood, probably my blood will finish. Tell us some of the misconceptions about, donating blood, because you have been in that situation for so many times. You're a multiple blood donor. First of all, how many times have you done it?
3 so far.
3.
Yeah.
And how was it? Take us through the process.
Sure. So, let me start. Can I start with the misconceptions and I'll go there? So, most people think that donating blood...
Is that your real voice?
No.
That's
oh my
God. Donating blood is a painful process. Yeah. You're going to lose all the blood in your body, like you said, and all that. But technically, it's not that way. When I was getting to donate blood, I didn't know what to expect. But the only thing close to pain I experienced was a pinch when a needle pricked me. Aside from that, I experienced nothing close to pain. Right. And then it was just about a sachet of water that is taken out of you. The average,
a sachet of water?
Yes.
Taken out of you. Okay.
It's even less than that, actually. Okay. An average human being has about 5 liters of blood. So if you lose the sachet of water, you've literally lost not much. Nothing. And then what happens is that your body has a way of replenishing that blood volume in about 2 days. 1 to 2 days. Right. So we encourage you to drink a lot of water before you come and after you are done. Right. And when you do that, basically you're fine. Wow. But what happens to the blood screening is that before you are even eligible to donate blood, you're taken through a mini health screening. So we check your blood levels for you first. We check your weight. If your weight is below 50 kilograms, you can't. But once it's above 50 kilograms, you're more than free to go ahead. And your blood levels too will be checked for you. So if they are low, it's a good, exactly.
So
you will get to know.
It's a good activity to also know about your health.
Yeah, it helps you in that way too. There are a lot of, your blood pressure is also checked. Some people may find out they may be hypertensive at that health screening. So all the pre-activities are helpful to you yourself. And when you also donate blood, you're saving lives.
And you're also saving yourself one day.
Yeah, basically.
Because one day you might also need blood.
Yes.
And one good thing about it is when you're a chronic blood donor, you have a blood donor card. And whenever you take it anywhere in an emergency, it's more sort of like you'll be prioritized.
Oh, because you're a donor.
Yes.
Do you have a card?
I do.
Do you have a card?
I'm an 9th-time donor. I didn't bring my card. I wish I had brought it.
9th time.
Yes.
You have enough blood, huh?
Yeah.
it's actually not a scary process at all.
Well, how many minutes does it take?
About 5 to 15.
Because I see people lying down and then just chilling.
You can see that smiling. I saw it.
I usually play games to watch movies when I'm donating blood because like that's my relaxing
so like
time.
5 minutes and you're done?
Let's say 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
You'll be done. And then the next person would just go in. But you'll be giving snacks afterwards. You'll be giving water, you'll be giving food to eat. And you'll be sorted very fine by the committee.
So, but why did you decide to donate blood, both of you?
For me, it's something that I love doing. I mean, I had this experience when I was in Central University where the National Blood Bank came around. I'm a game student, I had my first degree in Central University. When they came around, I realized that they spoke to us that they need blood. I mean, and they are the ones in charge of getting the blood. So they made it very raw, very realistic. If there's no blood, there's not something that they can produce. It's not one of those things that they can manufacture in a lab. Unfortunately, we've not gotten to that yet. So it always has to be someone donating. So when they spoke to us way back in Central University, that was somewhere 2018, I decided to start donating. So it was just an approach, trying to put a human face to the fact that I cannot, if someone needs blood, it's blood they need. It's not anything else, and that blood cannot be manufactured, it cannot be gotten somewhere. We decided to do that.
Right, you?
Okay, so my first time, the blood donation was tailored to the child pediatric cancer unit. And I'm a lover of children. So when the opportunity came to inactively save someone's life, I was thinking, what could I lose? But I stand the chance to save someone's life. I may not know the person, but if that sachet of water blood could save that child, then I'll be more than willing to do so.
Okay, so when is this happening?
And this is happening actually tomorrow. Like you said, Mother's Day is Sunday, and we wanted to give all the mothers a pre-Mother's gift. So it's happening tomorrow. We are collaborating with 3 institutions, and our school, the medical school itself. We have the nursing and midwifery training college as well, and then we have the public health nursing school, and it's happening tomorrow at all those 3 places. So 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. By that time you've set up. So if you want to do the donation at the nursing school, you can come to the nursing school. They're all on Kolebu campus. If you want to do it at the Ops and Ghana department as well, conference room, you can come as well. If you can see us, or there's a number there. That's my contact in case anyone wants to come and donate and they need directions or something. But it's happening tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much. This has been a great conversation. And once more, God bless you for what you're doing. I think this is a very good initiative, and it's very thoughtful to help women out there. And also, you notice that there's a gap somewhere, and that's in the gynecology and obstetric
and gynecology department.
So you actually notice that there's a gap there, and you're trying to fill the gap. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Marthin Banzi and Angela O'Day. Marthin is actually a health officer at the University of Ghana Medical Students Association, and Angela O'Day is a multiple blood donor at the University of Ghana Medical School, and it's all about A Mother's Pulse, which is a blood donation drive in honor of Mother's Day. And you can be part of this, okay? So if you have nothing to do on Friday, go out there and donate some blood for the women in those units that he just mentioned. Let's take a quick break and we will be right back.
Wow. Fe.
That's not true, Uncle Atu. My dad loved school.
For where?
He was always studying. In fact, he was called Emeritus Etiquette. His head was big for a reason. And Uncle Atu, he was basically like a walking encyclopedia.
Encyclo what?
How can I keep wasting money on you like this? Huh? All the money I've wasted on your education, if I had saved it, I would have been a titled man in this country. You are blockheaded. You are not from me. And you, let me tell you, I ask you, don't feed him. Don't feed him. You just keep feeding him. Now his mind is marinated in chicken feed. Look at you. And if the tenth of what you had eaten, you had given to your sister, she would have been bigger than this. What do you take me for? Where do you think I get the money from? I pluck it from the trees or I pick it from some river? Am I a fisherman? Do I swim for money? What the heck is wrong with you? Tell me!
The Blanksons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, and Everpack on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Welcome back from that break, and time for us to talk sports. Yao Menz is in studio. Yao.
Yeah, Philip.
Yeah, Arsenal. They did it. Now
yeah, Arsenal, they did
PSG,
it.
30th May.
Yeah, 30th May. They'll play the Champions League final against PSG 30th May. And I know a lot of folks in this building are quite happy because there are lots of Arsenal fans at Channel 1 TV.
They're not Arsenal fans, so our boss is Arsenal fan. So if he's happy, we are happy.
Yeah. I mean, that's what. And I know a lot of the big boys in town are also Arsenal fans. Sam George, our minister for communication. He's also an Arsenal fan. Quite a number of big folks are Arsenal fans. And I know that if they're able to do the double, that is win the Champions League and win the English Premier League title, there will be a series of parties in town.
Things go big.
That one, you can rest assured.
A foreign club influence people's decisions?
Are you serious? Because at the end of the day...
No, but we want it to influence somebody's decision.
Okay.
But at the end of the day...
it's all right.
But at the end of the day, it's all about affinity. Yeah. I mean, Arsenal has been a club that has had quite a number of African players over the years. Adebayo, the likes of Emmanuel Eboué, the likes of Laurent. Eboué is from Cote d'Ivoire. Laurent is from Cameroon. Adebayo was from Togo. Now, until recently, we had Thomas Partey, also from Ghana. So they built quite a solid line of fans over the years, and it has grown with them. It has grown with those fans. So at the very basic level, people start introducing their children to Arsenal or to English Premier League football. And they are playing the long game. Whereas in other parts like Ghana, we are always thinking about, how do I sell this player to gain this amount of money or X money to fund something? And for the most part, it goes to their pockets instead of reinvesting it in the products, the infrastructure, to ensure that it becomes better and better over the years so that people can grow along with it. But it is what it is. But for Arsenal, they managed to dig themselves out of a quite tricky tie. Yeah. They ended up beating Atletico Madrid by 2-1 in the semi-finals on aggregate to qualify to the final. That will be their second time competing in the UEFA Champions League final. And for a club like Arsenal, you would have thought that, they would have competed a bit more in the finals. But it is what it is. They've always kind of fallen short along the way. Semi-finals consistently, quarterfinals, they are always there. But it's just one or two occasions that they've been able to get to the UEFA Champions League final. The first time was in 2006. They lost to Barcelona by 2-1. You had Ronaldinho, Eto'o, and those guys in there for Barcelona. And now they are going back to the UEFA Champions League finals. And they are going to play against the defending champions, because PSG won the Champions League last year. and now they've made it back to the final. They are hoping to repeat as champions. So far, it's just Real Madrid who have been able to win the Champions League title for 3 straight years.
Wow.
For 3 straight years. That's a record no one has ever done before in the history of the Champions League. In the 60s and 70s, when it was known as the European Cup, clubs like Bayern Munich did it, Real Madrid did it on a couple of occasions. Benfica did it twice. Inter Milan also did it twice. So it's been there, but as in the time they changed it to the UEFA Champions League, it's just Real Madrid who have been able to do it. And I'm pretty sure should PSG end up winning this year's title, that will be the next target, to be able to match what Real Madrid did. And so, yeah, that's the lowdown sports. That's the biggest takeaway. That's the biggest thing happening in world sports right now. Yes, the Champions League final is set. May 30th, PSG versus Arsenal. And Arsenal have a chance to do the double. That is win the Premier League and win the UEFA Champions League. Because in the Premier League, they have just 3 games left. They have just 3 games left. And they lead the league. And so, yes, if they miss out on winning both, oh yeah, Arteta should be sacked. I'm sorry.
Arteta?
Yeah,
anyway.
He should be sacked. Because there's no way you can make it to the final of the Champions League, have a lead in the league with 3 games left, and mess it up. There's absolutely no way. If he ends up not winning...
No, I feel like that's such a very, very negative human behavior. Why? Because he has brought you this far.
Yes.
And you are all happy about it.
Yes.
And now if you now didn't move to the next, you're going to sack him.
Yes, you sack him. Because at the end of the day...
Far, you're all happy.
Yes.
And now you want to sack him.
Yes. Because it's built up over the years where they've come close several times, but they've not been able to get over the finish line. And I always use this analogy. In the Bible, Moses took the Israelites out of Egypt, but he didn't get them to the promised land. It was Joshua who got them to the promised land.
So that means somebody else can get them.
It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Don't hate the player. They hate the game. It happens sometimes. So yeah, if Arteta doesn't win the double or win at least one of the 2 trophies, oh yeah, he must be sacked.
I mean, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
And that's it for sports. And that's how we wrap up today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. And that's for Watson started the show. I am Philip Nilate.
And my name is Chris Carter. So tomorrow, don't forget to join us right here at 7 a.m. for the Friday edition of Breakfast Daily. And today, do not forget to tune in to Blacksons.
Yes, and before you go, it's the birthday of Eno Safo. Eno Safo.
Hello, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We will meet in a new show. Ya know, you do our thing. Ya know.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.